The following is a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School basketball is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Stennell Associates, Kemen, and Mercy One. Thank you for supporting Dowling Catholic basketball on Iowa Catholic Radio.
And good evening and welcome to high school basketball tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio as we get set to bring you Dowling and Marshalltown from the Dowling Gym, alongside the Grandview and Marshalltown Hall of Famer Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadale, and welcome to the Dowling Gym. It's Marshalltown and Dowling. Game one is a girls' game in a girl-boy doubleheader. Dowling taking on the Bobcats in a non-division game here at the Dowling Gym. Steve DeVinny, as teams looking to play, and this is kind of a game that got put together here several weeks ago. And for Dowling girls, it's their third game. For the Dowling boys, it'll be their second. But nonetheless, Marshalltown's the opponent. Kind of a non-division game in the CIML. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you very much. How many games have the Bobcat girls played? Do you know? Have they played yet?
They've had more games canceled than they've played. But this is they're 0-1 on the season.
Okay.
They lost at Newton last Thursday in a non-division game. Newton is now in the Little Hawkeye Conference, so back in the old days when you were back at Marshalltown High, Newton was part of that whole group.
Hey, listen, this is a long time ago for both of us, okay? Let's don't act like it isn't, but that's a few generations ago.
Well, I wasn't going to quite put it like that.
No, wonderful memories of the Roundhouse up there, and always wish the Bobcats the best. Unless they're playing the Maroons, of course.
What was your high score there in the Roundhouse when you were playing for Marshalltown High?
I have no idea. What I do know is there wasn't really even ESPN. It was just in its infancy.
Sure.
We were the only high school in that community. We played regularly in front of 3,000 or 4,000 people.
Oh, absolutely.
In that Roundhouse, yeah.
Yeah, before they renovated. They just renovated here the last couple of years. You know this because your folks still live there. But, they renovated it. My son got to play a sub-state game. I think it was a junior at PCM. And I had the privilege of broadcasting for local radio there in Pella. And what a facility. There is a lot of memories at the Roundhouse there in Marshalltown.
Yeah, just incredible facility. Yep.
Well, we'd like to welcome our listeners from Marshalltown that might be listening to the girls' game, the boys' game to follow. But it's Dowling and Marshalltown. And obviously for Dowling girls, it's their third game after coming off a win on Saturday afternoon over Mason City and then defeating Fort Dodge a week ago. So for Dowling girls, it's their third game. The Maroons are without their leading scorer and leading rebounder and shot blocker tonight, and that is Lexi Bowles, who's out. She will just be sitting this game out because she'll be back Friday. I talked to her in person and with Coach Meyer, Steve. Lexi's battling a foot injury, and they just want to be – it's a tender foot is the best way I can describe it. I'm no doctor or trainer, but they just want to rest her. I'm not sure if something she did in practice or if it was during the game with Mason City on Saturday afternoon, but Lexi Bowles will not start. Dowling will with a younger and a smaller lineup. Julia Moore will get the start. The left-handed of the sisters, the Moore sisters, Julia, 5'6" sophomore, played quite a bit off the bench last year as a freshman for Coach Meyer and Dowling, but she gets to start tonight. So it'll be McVeigh, Tobias, Wishman, and Moore. Basically a four-guard lineup, and you can even include Gipple as a guard, but she's going to be the lone post player for Dowling tonight. Yeah,
I certainly didn't notice any injury or her favoring her foot on Saturday when we were last together. Mm-hmm. But so maybe it's more precautionary, making sure she stays healthy for the
conference opener Friday.
The bulk of the season that's ahead of us.
Yeah, so. Friday Dowling hosts Southeast Polk here at the Dowling Gym. And that is the number 2 ranked Southeast Polk Rams in girls play against the number 13 Dowling. Of course, the girls' rankings will come out on Thursday. And for Marshalltown tonight, they'll be without their second leading scorer. That's Lily Roberts. She's a 5'7" junior, had 10 points in their loss to Newton last week. She hyperextended her knee. Coach hopes the feedback. I didn't visit with Coach very long. Brian Murphy in his second year at Marshalltown. Didn't talk to him very long, but he thinks it's just a hyper-extended knee, nothing more than hopefully not the MCL, ACL. But she'll be here tonight, but she will not be playing. So Marshalltown without their second leading scorer, and they will start Sarah Huffman, a 5'7" freshman, in her spot, and she will play the guard and the backup point guard. So Marshalltown down a gal tonight.
Yeah, well, when you have COVID going on and lack of practices, you're not even in school, you might have a few more injuries. And I think that's been evident even at the college level. It's just not, the teams haven't put as much time into getting in shape and all that. So it's just one of those years these teams have to work through those kinds of issues.
That is certainly true. Well, again, it's Dowling and Marshalltown tonight here in Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Amadale, Steve DeVinny will have the boys contest as well. We're going to start right on time. The JV girls game was played in the large gym, and of course, fans that are coming out, CIML has a policy of two guests for every player that dresses. And here at Dowling, if you play in the small gym, you cannot. There are no fans allowed in the small gym. So I think the boys game was in there, the sophomore boys game, and that's got to be difficult. You can watch it. There is a live stream that Dowling is providing this year for all their games that are being streamed, and it's the website you go to is app.sporefire. That's SPORFIE, app.sporefy.com. And then you can watch the events here at Dowling. That includes swimming meet, which is going on right now down in the Dowling pool. The Maroons are hosting Fort Dodge tonight. Obviously basketball, wrestling, and bowling, the fall sports. Matter of fact, somebody had it on their phone this afternoon watching the Dowling bowling team take on Clark over at Val Lanes this afternoon. So just one of the things we have to get around COVID, Steve, and that is to be able to stream the games for the folks that can't get in, mainly the parents, some of the relatives, including grandparents that cannot get to the games, and the student body. Missed the student body here, and I noticed that the first two games that we've done, neither visitor nor the home team had a student body presence.
Yep. No, it's I know the kids are just thrilled to be able to get out there and compete, and that's the main thing, but it's less than ideal. You can't get your buddies from the student body over there, and as you said, 2 tickets for each player, so maybe mom and dad can come, or maybe mom and a sibling, or whatever the case might be. But you hope that things get better in the second semester. But nonetheless, the main thing we all need to remember is these kids are at least getting to compete, and they're not taking much for granted these days, because it's really, this could all be shut down again.
Exactly, and that's the big danger. All right, we're going to take a break here on our pregame show alongside Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadale here at the Dowling Gym, as we have radio only tonight. Dowling and Marshalltown will bring you both games here in Iowa Catholic Radio. We come back, we'll go through the top 15 rankings in Class 5A. That's where the CIML schools play, and along with tonight's basketball schedule in the CIML. Very limited amount of games. I count 4 doubleheaders and 1 boys-only contest, and we'll come back and mention that, along with our starting lineups coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Hi, everybody. Dr. Ray here from The Doctor Is In. Did I explain to you my Amway theory? Very simple. You give to this station, you support Catholic radio, and you get a percentage credit of all the lives that are changed. This is true. I've been at this business a long time. I'll tell you, if you only knew the amount of people whose lives have been changed by Catholic radio. So you support this station. It would be hard to find something where your support goes as far as it does.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School Gym alongside Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us tonight for girls and boys basketball, game 1 on a Tuesday night, as Dowling hosting Marshalltown here at the Dowling Gym. Both teams on the court warming up, and we're going to have introductions here in about 4 minutes. And Steve, let's take a look at some of the CIML girls and boys basketball games going on tonight on this Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. Very cold day. We got up in the lower 20s here in central Iowa, as we have people that might be listening to the game as we stream it online at iowacatholicradio.com, might be in a different climate, like a much warmer climate than what we're going through now. And if you didn't shovel, it's frozen to the cement right now with highs in the 20s. That's what they're missing out on. All right, Marshalltown at Dowling, and all these games start at 6:15 with the girls game, the boys to follow. Newton is at Ankeny Centennial. Ankeny is at Pella. and Mason City at Fort Dodge. Those are all girl-boy doubleheaders. And Ottumwa, a CIML team out of the Metro Conference, is at Grinnell tonight, and that game is a boys only. It'll be starting at 7:30. Let's take a look at the Class 5A rankings. The latest ones came out on last Thursday, December 10th. This will be the third rankings of the year. The number one team in Class 5A is Waterloo West, followed by Southeast Polk at number 2. That'll be Dowling's opponent in a girls and boys matchup this Friday night. Johnson comes in at number 3. They have not resumed school yet, and hopefully the Dragons will get into at least the hybrid notion, and they can participate maybe early next year. Waukee is at number 4, and they're back in school, and that is good news. Iowa City West is 5th, along with Cedar Falls at number 6. 7 through 10 has Ankeny Centennial, City High of Iowa City, Davenport North, and Des Moines Roosevelt at number 10. Again, Des Moines Public Schools are not in session, so they are not practicing or playing. 11 through 15 has Ames at number 11, Muscatine 12, Dowling Catholic at number 13, the Valley Tigers at number 14. They're back in school. And number 15 is Indianola. So that's a look at the top 15 in girls basketball. Some of the 4A schools around that are ranked include Gilbert. And, oh, by the way, Southeast Polk will play Gilbert, number 2 versus number 2. And that'll be this Saturday they will play. And that should be quite the matchup as Southeast Polk and Gilbert will meet in Gilbert, 1:30 on Saturday afternoon, this Saturday afternoon. That obviously there'll be no fans. Well, at least I'm not sure if Gilbert allows fans. There might be an exception to that. But,
would that be 5A versus 4A, Marr?
That'd be
Gilbert
5A, 4A, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that'll be this Saturday afternoon, 1:30. I'm sure they'll be streaming it. Ballard of Huxley is ranked number 3 in 4A. And other area schools, Grinnell is ranked 8th. Dallas Center Grimes 11th. Bondurant Farrar 13th. In Class 4A girls. So that's a look at the rankings and the matchups. And Mr. DeVinny, here we got a different starting lineup. Interested to see how Dowling comes out with playing without Lexi Bowles, their leading scorer, rebounder, and shot blocker. Smaller lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be a smaller lineup. It doesn't look like Marshalltown has a lot of height themselves, and so probably won't be as big of a deal tonight as it would be if this was happening on Friday against Southeast Polk. But this would be a game, I think, that going in Maroons would be heavily favored,
sure.
But we'll see.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the Marshalltown Bobcats, they dress 1 senior, 8 juniors, no sophomores, and 2 freshmen. They come in with a record of 0-1. Their first game was last Thursday and losing on the road at Newton, 68-36. The head coach is Brian Murphy in his second year, assisted by Megan Heitman and Scott Johannes, and they'll start at one guard. The point guard is Rachel Smith, a 5'7" junior, averaging 5 points. She'll wear number 2. The second guard is Zaila Newman. Zaila is a 5'6" junior, and she'll wear number 14. And the third guard and the backup point guard is Sarah Huffman, who gets to start tonight. Huffman, a 5'7" freshman, averaging 7 points, and she'll wear number 20. And Huffman gets to start in place of Lily Roberts, who is out with a hyperextended knee. She did get clearance, but she will not play tonight, and hopefully she'll play here in the next few games. We'll give you a Marshalltown schedule sometime during the broadcast. Got one forward for the Bobcats, Melina Kammerer, a 5'9" junior. She'll wear number 22. She'll play forward. And their leading scorer playing the post is Paige Wurzberger, a 5'9" junior. She had 11 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double, and 2 blocks against Newton. And Wurzberger will wear number 44. So, again, for Marshalltown, it's Rachel Smith at guard, Zaila Newman, Sarah Huffman. Those are the 3 guards. Melina Kammerer at forward and Paige Wurzberger at center. And now for Dowling Catholic, the head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 5th year at Dowling. 79 wins, 19 losses, 81% winning percentage. And she's assisted by Joel Danner, Scott Babinet, and Audrey Faber. And one guard for Dowling. They'll start a 4-guard lineup tonight. Ella McVeigh, a 5'7" senior, averaging 7 points, 2.5 rebounds, and assists. She'll wear number 1. The other guard is Margaret Tobias, 5'6" senior, averaging 6 points, 4.5 rebounds. She'll wear number 3. And the third guard is Maddie Wishman, a 5'7" senior, averaging 7 points on the season. She'll wear number 5. And getting the start as the 4th guard tonight is Julia Moore. Moore starting in place of Lexi Bowles, who's out with a foot injury. Moore is a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 4.5 points, 2 rebounds. And the fifth player, and probably jumping center, will be Emma Gipple, a 5'10 junior. And she'll averages 9.5 points, leads the team with 7 steals, and she'll wear number 23. So it'll be McVeigh, Tobias, Wishman, Moore, and Gipple starting for the Maroons. Lexi Bowles not playing tonight, but is expected to play when the Maroons host Southeast Polk this Friday. That's a look. That's a tail of the tape. And Steve DeVinny, you're watching the matchups. I know we got a little board in front of us, so our vision might be. I've got mine kind of angled here, but we'll make it work, Steve.
Yeah, no, you should be fine. It's
all right. We'll take a break.
Champions adjust, Mark.
That's right. We'll take a break and come back with the tip-off, Dowling and Marshalltown, the girls' game coming up on Iowa Catholic Radio. But first, a word from Dowling President Dr. Dan Ryan, and a word from Father Ryan Andrew with our pregame prayer here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, President of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Ryan Andrew, and I'm the chaplain at Dowling Catholic High School. Let us pray for the coaches, players, and trainers tonight for this athletic competition. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask you to bless all those involved in this athletic competition tonight. We ask that you keep them safe, and that they all show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord, amen. All holy men and women, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School Gymnasium alongside the Hall of Famer from Grandview and Marshalltown High. That's Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadale. And, it's a senior old alma mater play tonight, Steve. Both games of the doubleheader, and it's Dowling and Marshalltown. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much. For the listeners out there that don't realize, you just got a brand new puppy and you're not sleeping very many hours a night, are you?
No, if there's some dead air here tonight, it might be taking a cat nap. If you might want to just chime in, talk about your investments that you got going on.
Clover, the 8-week-old golden doodle.
Oh, thanks for that.
I love it.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a delight, but you get a trainer.
They're busy, aren't they?
Yes, they are. You know all about dogs. Your wife and you and your wife both have a couple dogs.
Tracy's the dog whisperer. Yeah.
The whisperer. I might need to visit with her. Consulting. I don't know what she charges for a consulting fee, but we may need to do that.
She doesn't charge anything, but it just takes plenty of patience when the dogs are that young.
Yes, it does. All right, we're about ready to set for tip-off, Dowling and Marshalltown. And as I mentioned, it will be Emma Gipple and tipping it off against tipping it off against Paige Wurzberger. And Dowling wins the tip. They go right to left, and they turn it over inside. They get it in, they lob it inside to Gipple on the post, and it's kicked away out of bounds to Marshalltown. And we're going to see the Dowling full court pressure here, Steve.
Yeah, full court person to person. And it's really worked to their advantage so far early in the season. Now we have a trap right there at half court.
I see that. And now Maroons overplaying the ball, and this with it is Kaylin Smith, and she gets in the lane. Her shot up and no good. So Kaylin Smith gets the start for Marshalltown. A little change there. Dowling in the corner. Maddie Wishman, a three-pointer, no good. Gipple with the rebound. Now an inside pivot. Little crossover in the paint. And Gipple with the score.
Yeah, crafty move off the offensive rebound there. A step over, like you say.
Bobcats with it, and this is Sarah Huffman, the freshman, who gets the start. Has the ball stolen away from her. They lob it down court, and Moore with the left hand good. Julia Moore running the floor in her first start and her first points, and it's 4-0 Dowling.
Off of a great pass there by Ella McVeigh, who had the steal.
All right, this is Rachel Smith, and they work it inside. And a basket good by Marshalltown. See who they give it to. There's a foul on the baseline.
Smith, they gave it to, Mark.
So Kaylin Smith with the basket. And I'll whistle a foul on the Bobcats on the baseline. And Huffman picks up the foul. That's her first. Sarah Huffman getting her first stop.
Who scored that, Mark? I'm sorry. I was marking the foul down.
Score for Dowling. And that's a great question.
Gosh,
yeah, it did. So we missed one. We'll get that.
Yep.
Here's Marshalltown with the ball. Dowling leading 6-2. Bobcats with it. I'm going to have to take a page out of your book and stand up here as we have a sign in our way. Zaila Newman carrying the basketball. Works it inside to Kaylin Smith. Stolen away by Dowling. The Maroons now in transition. Tobias underneath. And a nice pass to McVeigh. Layup good.
Really nice pass.
So Dowling now with a 6-point lead. 8-2 is our score.
Not having to work very hard at the offensive end to get those shots either, Mark. Those are in transition are relatively easy layups there for the Maroons so far.
Dowling playing man-to-man. Now the ball poked away by Gipple into the hands of McVeigh. An uncontested left-handed layup. Good. Ella McVeigh with her 4th point. Timeout Marshalltown. And let's see what they give them here. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. I want to mention our officials tonight. Tyler Brady, Danny Kern, and Joe Praher. Thank them for being here tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates, along with Steve DeVinny, Mark Embadale. 10-2 is our score. Dowling with the lead over Marshalltown. And my partner is trying to get that basket. We may have to go and ask the boys next door. They might have it. I know. So we'll have to figure that out later, but we'll catch up. 10-2 the Maroons, 5:47 remaining first quarter here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Glad you could join us for game 1 of our girls and boys doubleheader. Here's Rachel Smith in the front court for Marshalltown. Nearly loses it against McVeigh. Now picks up her dribble on the left wing, 3-point line extended. Finally gets it to Sarah Huffman. They work underneath, and a shot up and no good by Kammerer. Melina Kammerer with the miss. Rebound Dowling. The other way we go. Now a corner 3 by Julia Moore is no good. Rebound Gipple, and underneath uncontested layup is missed by Wishman, but the putback up and good. And Maroons now lead by 10. 12-2 is our score. 5:10 remaining first quarter. Marshalltown with the basketball, and they travel with it. As Rachel Smith got caught in between the dribble and a shot and a pass, and she got caught with the pivot foot being pulled.
Speed of the game so far is kind of the difference, Mark. It seems like Bobcats are having a little bit of difficulty adjusting to the speed out here.
As we mentioned, up next for Dowling, they will take on number 2 Southeast Polk. A 5 o'clock start this Friday. We'll have both games on Iowa Catholic Radio. As the girls' game starts at 5, the boys to follow will be on the air at 4:45 Friday. For Marshalltown, they play Thursday, and they're at number 11 Ames for a girl-boy doubleheader, beginning at 6:15. And then on Friday, they will host Ankeny Centennial, 7th ranked in the girls' game, as Dowling gets a shot in the lane, no good by Gipple, but ball poked out of bounds. So good hustle that time by Dowling. Gipple will inbound the ball underneath her own basket. Bounce pass in the lane. Shot by Julia Moore is no good, but she'll go to the free throw line and foul on Marshalltown.
Number 2, I think the foul was on.
The official hasn't officially said it is. Rachel Smith with the foul. So second team foul on Marshalltown. Sarah Huffman and Rachel Smith both with a foul each. And Moore at the free throw line. Julia Moore getting the start tonight. Misses the first free throw, second one on the way. And the left-hander misses it again. Rebound Dowling and Gipple. Her putback up too strong, no good. Slapped out of bounds, and they say it went off of Dowling and Maddie Wishman. So the Maroons will hustle back on defense. Again, the Maroons playing tonight without Lexi Bowles, resting some soft tissue in her foot. She should be ready to go for Friday's game with Southeast Polk, but she will not play tonight. Smaller lineup for the Maroons. And now Rachel Smith with the basketball. Nice tie up there on the baseline, or actually on the baseline and beyond the 3-point line, Steve. And the Maroons almost forced a turnover.
Yeah, good hands there by Ella McVeigh. Smith was having trouble.
That time they did force a turnover. They forced her to the sideline. I think that was Rachel Smith, and she stepped out of bounds right in front of the Dowling bench. As Maroons go right to left, Dowling wearing their home white uniforms, maroon numbers and trim. Marshalltown with their visiting all-blue uniforms with white letters and the border red around their numbers. And now Dowling with the ball. Moore on the baseline. Kicks it back out. This is Tobias for three. It's in and out, no good. Left wing. Ball slapped around. And Smith comes away with it for Marshalltown. That's Rachel Smith. Stolen away by Dowling. Gipple with the steal. And she travels. So the other way we go is good hustle. Again, we're seeing effort by both teams tonight. Sloppiness, of course. We're going to see that a lot here up until we get to mid-January if we can stay in a flow of playing games.
A little bit of ragtag so far, Mark.
Marshalltown with the basketball on the baseline was Maya Gallegos, and she nearly lost it, and finally Marshalltown turns it over.
Looks like she stepped out of bounds on the sideline.
That'd be in my blind spot over there, Chief. So with under 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, our score is 12-2. Dowling with the lead, and the Maroons had the basketball. Julia Moore leaves it for McVeigh in the lane. Through traffic, shot no good. Rebound Gipple, and they're going to wipe off the basket.
Before the shot, I think.
And it's going to be the other way.
Called it on Gip.
Loose ball foul on Gipple.
Yeah. She's a physical player, and she was attacking the boards.
First foul on Dowling tonight. It's on Emma Gipple, 5'10 junior. Now Mason City with the ball at the free throw line. A shot no good by Rachel Smith. The rebound Dowling. McVeigh, 2-on-1 fast break with the left-hander shot up. And no good, and a blocking foul called on Marshalltown. And I think they're going to whistle it on Huffman. That'll be her second.
I believe that's right. Pretty good attempt, Mark, to take a charge, but wasn't quite set, according to Danny Kern, the official.
And our free throw good by McVeigh. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy 1, Kemen, and Dental Associates. Along with Steve DeVinny, I'm Mark Amadale. Radio only tonight. Dowling leading Marshalltown 13-2 in this girls contest. Again, the boys game to follow. Second free throw is in and out and no good. Offensive rebound, Gipple, and she draws the foul on the putback. And the whistle on Kaylin Smith. A couple of Smiths in the game tonight for Marshalltown. This is Kaylin, the 5'11 junior, with the foul. That's her first. 14 foul on the Bobcats, and free throws coming for Gipple.
Gipple have a pair, won't she?
And this is the first. Emma, a 78% free throw shooter on the year.
So far, we're not having much luck at the free throw line yet so far.
Second free throw rolls around the cylinder. No good. Rebound Moore, and then as she got it out to Tobias, she traveled. So turnover against Dowling.
Didn't quite get that pivot foot set there for Margaret. Showed a shot fake, showed the ball, and then drove around her, but her feet left the floor.
And Dowling struggling tonight at the free throw line. 1 for 5. Is that what you have,
yep.
Coach?
Uncharacteristic.
All right, here is a shot on the left elbow. No good by Maya Gallegos of Marshalltown. Rebound Dowling. The other way we go, and a breakaway layup good by Tobias.
Yeah, Maroons are getting easy looks whenever they can get a steal, and the defense is leading to offense.
Long three, no good.
Here we go again.
By Kammerer this time. Rebound Dowling. Here's Gipple down the lane. Left-handed layup, good. Emma Gipple with her 4th point. And Coach Brian Murphy in his second year at Marshalltown doesn't call the timeout, and the Maroons lead balloons to 15, 17-2 with 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Now a pull-up jumper, no good by Rachel Smith. Right elbow. Rebound Dowling and McVeigh. Lead pass down court to Wishman. Beautiful pass. Layup no good. Ball slapped around and kept alive by Wishman to McVeigh. To Gipple. Layup good.
Good pass.
And now a timeout Marshalltown. So Gipple with her 6th point unofficially. We'll have to get our scorebook straightened out at halftime.
Looks like a full timeout.
And we'll take one ourselves. 2:32 remaining here in the first quarter. It's Dowling 19, Marshalltown 2 here in this girls contest from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up. Heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym out of the Marshalltown timeout. Bobcats now have used a 30 and a full timeout here in the first quarter. Dowling 19, Marshalltown 2. And now a shot right elbow. It's no good by the Bobcats. Kaylin Smith with the miss. Rebound Dowling. The ball kicked out of bounds in transition as Dowling now with the substitution. Julia Friedrich in there, number 13, a 5'5 junior. Also in there, Olivia Bailey, a 5'11 senior. Bailey in the lane, shot off the glass too strong, and the rebound cleared out of there by Rachel Smith in Marshalltown. So a little bit different lineup in there for Dowling. Paige Hobbs also in there, a 5'10 senior for the Maroons. And I think I'm missing maybe one more play. Allie Anderson in there, I believe, the 5'6 sophomore. Now we got a drive on the baseline. And they say stepping out of bounds?
Yeah, looked like a turnover there.
And out of bounds, Marshalltown. Go ahead, Steve.
No, the new 5-in are Sarah Moore, Friedrich, Allie Anderson.
Sarah Moore.
Yeah.
That's who I'm missing.
Bailey and Hobbs.
Underneath, Hobbs with the offensive putback. It's no good after the missed shot by Sarah Moore. And the rebound out to Marshalltown. Maroons lead by 17. This is their largest lead of the first quarter. Now a long three banked off the glass. It's too strong, no good. Rebound comes out to Dowling. Bailey had the ball stolen away. This is Maya Gallegos with it. Gallegos now has the ball poked away, but a foul on Anderson from behind. Allie will pick up her first foul. So that'll be team foul number 2 on the Maroons. Gipple with the foul and Anderson with the foul on the Dowling side. Marshalltown with 14 fouls. Minute and a half remaining first quarter. Bobcats inbound the ball. This is Zaila Newman. Puts it up top to Rachel Smith, their point guard. Smith dribbling right and has the ball poked out of bounds, nearly stolen away by Friedrich.
Yes, it was. Good hands there by her, and she just couldn't quite contain it before it went out of bounds.
Bobcats will inbound it. Gallegos tries to get it to her teammates. Stolen away by Friedrich.
Sure was. Nice play there on the sideline.
Allie Anderson tries to lob it down to Bailey, and it's too strong, out of bounds. As substitution now for Marshalltown as Sarah Huffman will re-enter the lineup. She was one of the starters tonight as a Bobcats playing without Lily Roberts, second leading scorer on the team, out with a hyperextended knee. And Huffman got the start and back in the ball game. And she's got the ball right now in the front court. Gets to Smith, top of the key. They work the ball right side. Newman. Now, the swing to the top of the key. This is Gallegos. Can't get a shot off. She kicks it off in the corner on the left side. A long three up and no good by Huffman. Rebound Dowling. Good defense by the Maroons. Dowling running. Here's Bailey with the uncontested layup. No good. Bodies hit the floor, and they're going to say the ball went out of bounds, I believe, off Marshalltown. And it'll be Dowling basketball. Olivia Bailey off the bench. Steve, she is averaging 9 points, 6.5 rebounds in the first 2 games. How about that?
Yeah, good, great numbers for a sub player.
Absolutely. Hobbs with the shot as they inbound the ball. Dowling on their right block. It's no good by Hobbs. Rebound out to Marshalltown. Bobcats have it. This is Huffman playing the point right now. Gets it on the baseline and ball cut off there. Newman tried to drive baseline and her reverse pass out of bounds to Dowling.
Good defense by the Maroons, and the Marshalltown team is having a little bit of trouble handling the pressure.
Tonight's game at Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Now, corner three, up and good. That's Bailey again. Olivia Bailey stroking the three. That's her second of the year. First tonight, 10 seconds remaining, and Dowling by 20.
Is the Italian restaurant still sponsoring those threes? Come
no,
on.
Not this year.
I'm teasing.
Mario kind of shut it down for a while.
I'm teasing.
With the COVID. And a long three is no good at the horn by Kaylin Smith. But that's a great question. I think Jeff Piggott had that ordered to me and Sons last Friday night. Of course, we weren't invited. So, All right, we'll take a break. The score at the end of one quarter of play, Dowling 22, Marshalltown 2 here on Iowa Catholic Radio, along with Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadale, and both Jeff Piggott and my partner DeVinny were birthday boys last week. Give them a belated birthday sign, folks. I'll be back with more. We'll have the second quarter coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com. Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym as we're underway here in the second quarter. 22-2 is our score. That was the end of the first quarter score. As foul on Julia Moore, that's her first. Team foul number 3 on Dowling. Marshalltown with the first possession of the second quarter. Bobcats have it. And this is Amaya Moore, and she tries to feed her teammate, and it's stolen away by Dowling. And now a foul the other way. That's Julia Moore all the way down court. And she'll go to the free throw line, foul on Marshalltown. We'll see what's on here, Steve. They're going to...
I think it's Gallegos, I believe.
Yeah. Gallegos with the foul, says Denny O'Grady, our PA announcer here. So free throws coming for Moore. And Julia hits the first. Dowling was just 1 for 5 at the free throw line in the first quarter, Steve. That was the only negative thing the Maroons had was free throw shooting.
It's chilly outside, Mark.
But we're inside.
It just took a while to get warmed up on the inside of the gym.
I love it. Second free throw coming by Julia, and it's good.
Hey, there you go.
You're right. I may buy into that.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yes. Marshalltown's lone basket came from Kaylin Smith in the first quarter. Dowling 24-2. The largest lead for the Maroons is right now at 22. Bobcats now on the perimeter. Stolen away by Gipple. Now we got a reach-in foul on the Bobcats. That'll be on Huffman. That'll be her third.
Oh, goodness. They don't have a lot of depth, Mark. I think I just saw 8 or 9 kids
check that.
Dressed. Who was that on?
Castile. They moved it.
Okay. What number is she? Oh, I see.
Number 10. So Huffman does not have.
Well, good for Huffman.
Fouls.
You know, we want to.
We don't want anybody fouling out.
No, they don't need that.
All right. Team foul number 6 on Marshalltown. 3 on Dowling. Maroons with the basketball. They get it inside the lane to Gipple, and a shot off the glass. Good. Great assist that time by the Maroons, Margaret Tobias.
Hard on the baseline. Drew the defender and then passed to a wide-open Gip.
Now Gipple with the partial block on the three-pointer by Rachel Smith. Dowling with the rebound. In transition, Wishman gets it out to McVeigh. She'll launch the three. It's good! Ella McVeigh with her first three-pointer of the evening. That's her 7th point tonight. Dowling up to a 29-2 lead. 27-point lead for Dowling, and now we've got a violation again. Turnover against Marshalltown. Bobcats just get across the timeline, and they're just trying to get into their offense, Steve, and the Dowling defense has overpowered them tonight.
Yep, they just feel a little bit rushed in everything that they're doing.
Again, if you joined us late here in the second quarter, is Dowling with the ball. Now a bad pass that time by Wishman as she dribbled in the lane and tried to hit her teammate but overthrew it, and it'll be a turnover against Dowling. Maroons are playing without Lexi Bowles, the 6'2 senior, who's Dowling's leading scorer, averaging 15.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 8 blocks, out with a foot injury, and she'll be back on Friday. She told me that in person, Steve. I got that right from,
there you go.
The young lady's lips. That she told me that personally, along with Coach Meyer standing right there. Corner 3 by Marshalltown, missed everything, no good. That was by Castillo, and the rebound out to Dowling. And the Maroons now with a breakaway. As they overthrow the ball, Tobias tracks it down, now traveling on the Maroons. For Marshalltown, they're without Lily Roberts tonight. She had 10 points against Newton last week, second leading scorer on the team. And her, she's a hyperextended knee, and she is down there, not dressed, but sitting right behind assistant coach Megan Heitman of Marshalltown. So both teams not at full strength. 29-2 Dowling, 6 minutes remaining, second quarter. Now a steal by Julia Moore. Lead pass goes to Tobias. Layup good. And for Margaret Tobias, that's her fourth point.
I think that was Wishman. I'm sorry. Denny just said Wishman.
Wishman, okay.
Yeah, we're a little bit blocked here. But
Wishman with the basket. That is her fourth point. Now the ball slapped out of bounds as...
Looks like they'll retain possession, the Bobcats will.
As Marshalltown will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Bobcats on the left wing. Newman with it. Pass inside the lane. Stolen away by Dowling. Here is Gipple with it. Left-handed layup. Good. Emma, she can go both ways with the right and left hand, and she's had several left-handed layups tonight, and she's got 10 points.
Coast to coast for Gip.
The other way we go. Rachel Smith, pull-up jumper left wing. No good. Rebound Marshalltown. Nice job on the offensive glass that time by Amaya Moore, and a foul on Dowling.
They're going to whistle that on Wishman.
And it'll be out of bounds, too. That's the first foul on Wishman. 14 foul on Dowling. 6 on Marshalltown. 33-2 is our score. A shot on the baseline is no good. Ball out of bounds, and I think they're going to give it to Marshalltown. They will. As that errant basket was by Kaylin Smith, but the ball was tipped out of bounds by Dowling on the rebound. Bobcats will inbound it. They get it to Smith. This is Rachel Smith. Pull-up jumper, mid-wing, no good. Rebound, Gipple. Under 5 minutes remaining in the half. Underneath, lead pass from Gipple to Julia Moore. Her shot's no good, and a rebound, Amaya Moore from Marshalltown. Now a steal by Dowling in the backcourt. Pull-up jumper, right side, no good by Tobias, and now a loose ball foul on the rebound. And they're going to whistle it on
number 4.
Dowling, or rather on, excuse me. Gallegos picks up the foul. And that'll be her second, and free throws coming for Gipple. First one's no good, and she is 0 for 3 tonight at the line. As checking out for Marshalltown, Amaya Moore. Second free throw is good by Gipple. She's got 11 points. And it's 34-2 Dowling. Maroons with a 32-point lead here in this girls' contest in just their third game of the season. Marshalltown with their second game. Corner three is no good by Zaila Newman. Rebound Dowling. 4:20 remaining here in the second quarter from the Dowling gym. Here's McVeigh with it. Dowling on offense. They go right to left towards the south basket. Underneath, a little scoop shot is up and in. But Tobias with the little scoop shot had enough spin on it to roll over the rim.
She almost got tripped.
I think she did, and now a pull-up jumper good by Marshalltown, just their second field goal. And that's Rachel Smith with her first basket.
Yeah, I think she has both of their baskets, Mark.
Kaylin Smith had the first one.
Okay.
That's what I have. And now carrying the basketball, called on Dowling's Julia Moore as the Maroons run offensive set. We'll have 5 new players check in for Dowling. You'll have to verify that, Mr.
Yeah, I'll go down and ask
We're no longer next to the scorer's table like we used to be.
Yeah.
36-4 is our score. Dowling by 32. Steve?
Wholesale substitutions again.
Oh, yeah. Saw him come in.
This time Spracklin.
And the question about the running clock, it does not start until the second half. So no matter what the first half score is, there'll be no running clock. Clock stops. It'll be second half, there will be. Now Marshalltown with the ball after the violation by Dowling. And a pull-up jumper no good by Rachel Smith. Rebound Maroons. Now they're in transition. This is Sarah Moore for 3, and it's good. Sarah from the corner. That's her first 3 of the evening. 5'7" twin sister of Julia. And it's 39-4 Maroons. Bobcats in the front court. Now the ball's stolen away by Allie Anderson. We'll try to get the Dowling lineup here. As you mentioned, Julia Friedrich, Allie Anderson, Sarah Moore. Also in there, Olivia Spracklin for Dowling. And on the baseline, a shot no good by Bailey. And Olivia can't hit it. Rebound comes out to Marshalltown with 2:50 remaining here in the second quarter. And now a shot blocked. Bailey with the block shot of Rachel Smith. Bailey's going to have an uncontested layup with the right hand good. Bailey with her 5th point. Olivia.
Got a little steal and took it 3/4 of the length of the court.
Oh, it was a block shot.
Uncontested. Yeah, block shot. Uncontested layup.
2.5 minutes remaining. 41-4 Dowling here in the first half. Again, the boys' game to follow here on Iowa Catholic Radio with Marshalltown and Dowling. Here's a baseline shot, no good by the Bobcats. Rebound Dowling, and now an uncontested layup again the other way. It's no good by Allie Anderson. Bailey with the follow and putback is good. Bailey with her 7th point, and it's 43-4.
Yeah, I don't know what you do to try to slow the pace down. I mean, it's just a turnover.
Well, the Maroons aren't pressing tonight, but they are picking them up on half court. Now, steal and basket by Sarah Moore. Now a timeout called by head coach Brian Murphy and Marshalltown. Let's see. This will be a full timeout. We'll take one ourselves with minute 57 remaining. Here in the second quarter from the Dowling gym, it's Dowling 45, Marshalltown 4 in this girls' game here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
This is Dr. Ray Guarendi from The Doctor Is In. Okay, I'll confess. Years ago when I was asked to be on Catholic Radio, I peremptorily said, no thanks. And then I realized the power of Catholic Radio. As I got emails and letters from folks who have come back to the church, whose families converted, whose lives were made better. It's training for the troops. It makes better Catholics, better Christians out of the folks who listen, and then they go out to transform the world. Your gift works to make a difference for you.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym as the Maroons leading very, very handily in this contest, 45-4. Marshalltown with the shot, no good. Dowling with the rebound. Maroons in transition, 3-pointer by Allie Anderson, no good for the Maroons. And Dowling with the offensive rebound, and now traveling called on Spracklin. So Olivia commits the foul. And it'll be Marshalltown possession. Coach, it's one of those games where Marshalltown, I think, outmanned here tonight, even without Lexi Bowles playing. Maroons are just taking it to them. Both line changes they've had in there have really taken control here.
Yeah, they just, the pressure defense is affecting them.
Now Bailey with the steal, now the other way, and stepping on the baseline is Marshalltown, as they had the ball momentarily but was stepped out of bounds. And now for the Maroons, we see Paige Hobbs check in, and she'll replace Sarah Moore. They'll inbound the ball with Bailey. 45-4 is our score. 1:10 remaining here in the first quarter.
Looks like Friedrich with a 3.
Friedrich with the 3 off the inbounds play, and that's her first 3 of the night. I think for Dowling, that is their fourth 3 of the night here, Steve. 48-4 Maroons. Bobcats have it underneath. Smith with it. That's Kaylin Smith. Reverse pass comes out to the Bobcats. We got a reach-in foul now called on
Allie
Maroons. Allie Anderson with her second foul, Mr. Devaney, as Rachel Smith enters the contest for Marshalltown and being replaced by Malia Kammerer. Melina was in there momentarily and now back out. 50 seconds remaining in the half. We'll have the running clock here in the second half, but first we'll have head coach Michael Connor, the Dowling boys coach, previewing his game coming up here next on Iowa Catholic Radio. In the lane, a shot no good by Zaila Newman, a foul on Dowling. Hobbs picks up the foul for the Maroons, her first. Bobcats have 2 timeouts left after taking 3 here in the first half. Newman at the line. And the first free throw good, Zaila. Now 2 for 4 on the season at the free throw line. And it's 48-5 Dowling. Out of the lineup goes Amaya Moore for the Bobcats, replaced by Rachel Smith. Second free throw up and no good by Newman. Rebound Dowling. In the front court is Allie Anderson. Leaves it for Friedrich. Over to Spracklin. Inside the Hobbs. She's double teaming the right block. Now back out, and we got a reach-in foul on Marshalltown as Friedrich dribbled, and that'll be the 8th team foul on Marshalltown, and free throws coming. Amaya Moore picks up the foul. And Friedrich to the line. She has 3 points tonight there, Mr. DeVinny. First free throw good. Gradually getting the free throw percentages back up.
Yep. Warming up a little bit here in the second quarter. First quarter was, 1 for 5, you said?
Yes.
Friedrich for her second attempt.
And it's good.
Got it.
It was a little bit better here. They've been to the line 6 times, and there's 6 out of 7 here in the second quarter unofficially. 20 seconds remaining. 50-5, Dowling by 45. Bobcats with it. Long three, top of the key, Zaila Newman. It's no good. Rebound out to Dowling. This is Spracklin with it. Tries to get it to Hobbs. It's deflected over to Allie Anderson. Her shot no good. Draws a foul, and free throws coming. So Amaya Moore picks up her second foul for the Bobcats. 19th foul on Marshalltown. And Anderson to the free throw line for 2. First one no good. Allie looking for her first point of the contest. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, Kemen, and Dental Associates. Alongside Steve DeVinny, I'm Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us tonight. 5 seconds remaining in the half. Second free throw no good. Dowling with the rebound. Anderson missed them both. Long three up and good. Frederick with the 3. That's her second of the half. And she has 8 points. We've come to the end of the first half with the score. Dowling Catholic 53, Marshalltown 5. And Steve DeVinny, what more can you say here? I know you want to go down and check the book, but what a performance by the Maroons here.
Yeah, Maroons have been good, and like you said, Marshalltown just doesn't quite up to the task tonight so far. And it'll be interesting to see in the second half if how the Maroons kind of slow the tempo intentionally, because I know that they will. Coach Meyer always does with sportsmanship, but it could get really, really out of hand if the Maroons chose to keep running the ball up and down the floor.
That is so true. I have Dowling unofficially 6 out of 13 at the free throw line. They were 5-8 in the second quarter, so much better there. One thing you see the Maroons work on is cutting down on turnovers and obviously the free throws.
Yep. No, it should be interesting second half. A lot of kids will get a play, and it'll be good for Marshalltown also to work out some of the kinks there.
All right, Mr. DeVinny, I'll let you go down and get the book taken care of, and we'll return here to the Dowling Gym. We have first half numbers, and we'll have a word from Michael Connor, the Dowling boys basketball coach, will be our halftime interview. Again, our halftime score, Dowling 53, Marshalltown 5 in game 1 of our girls and boys doubleheader. And we'll be back to recap scoring of the first half and visit with head coach Michael Connor. The Dowling boys will take on Marshalltown next in game 2. And we'll return to the Dowling Gym after these messages on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, Construction Professionals, for your support of Dowling Catholic Sports 365. Construction Professionals is a family-owned business dedicated to our customers. Whether designing, building, or renovating, we are here to better serve you. Our passion for quality craftsmanship, paired with our dedication to creativity, result in a home that reflects your personality, style, and family function. Construction Professionals. Design, build, renovate. CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours. God bless.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym alongside Mike O'Connor, the Dowling boys head basketball coach, joining me at halftime. This is Mark Amadale, our halftime score of the girls' game, 53-5. Yes, 53-5. Dowling over Marshalltown. We'll have the boys' game to follow. We'll have one of the coaches up here. OC, thanks for joining us. It's number one. Thank you for being up here in our new broadcast location for the 2020 and 2021 season, apparently. Thanks for crawling up here to the balcony.
No problem. My pleasure.
Appreciate that.
Spent a lot of time walking up here during the course of the day. So
I'm sure you do.
Very familiar with this area.
And you're not just walking. You're with your cell phone, trying to line up games, trying to get everything covered and
collect thoughts.
Yep.
And
kind of get away from
on.
Yeah. And tonight we have a full house. We got boys swimming in the Mark Crouch pool. I love saying that.
Yep.
Guy who spent a lot of time here at Dowling and was my sideline guy in football before there were sideline guy. And Crouch's pool, they got a game, and then both gyms are occupied.
Yep.
Sophomore boys earlier tonight, and the JV girls here in this gym, and there'll be another game in the small gym later. But you're playing basketball, and Marshalltown's the opponent tonight, Mike.
Yeah, we are. It's good to be here. It felt a little surreal on Saturday actually playing. There's been so much uncertainty around the season for so many reasons, and the fact that we're here again and got to play on Saturday and again tonight feels awfully good.
Well, I know you kick off conference play this Friday. Southeast Polk, along with Waukee and Valley, are now part of the Central Conference with Urbandale, Johnson, and Dowling. Of course, Urbandale and Johnson and Dowling are the three that stay together. And Southeast Polk, the first time you'll see them this year, you'll see them again over at their place, and they come into town on Friday. And this is kind of the warm-up. You play the non-division teams, Fort Dodge and Marshalltown first, Mason City and Marshalltown first. The girls played Fort Dodge. And then tonight. So what are you expecting tonight with your group after Saturday's performance?
Well, we are talking about high school kids, so you're never quite sure what you're going to expect. But
standard answer.
Given what they've done so far this year during the year and at practices, we certainly hope that they show up with the same energy that they did on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Give us the same effort. We've got kids that obviously we feel are very talented, but most importantly, they're high-character kids. They work hard. They're coachable. So if we can bring that same energy and that same effort and same enthusiasm that we had on Saturday, we'll be in a good spot tonight, win, lose, or draw.
Well, you got a lot of kids in the ball game Saturday afternoon when you defeated Mason City. That was good, but a lot of unknowns. You graduated a lot of kids from last year, a lot of experience, and some of that comes back, but others you got to develop, and that's going to happen as you play hopefully a 20-21 game season and assess a little bit of that going into tonight. I know you're going to go kind of the same rotation and lineup, but what are you looking for out of this group?
Well, Saturday's game dictated that we were able to play a few more guys, which was great. And when you can do that in your first game and get everybody some playing time and reward them for the work that they've done, it's really, really nice. And as you know from doing this for many, many years, so many good teams that you don't get those opportunities very often. Right. So it was really nice to do that. And, we're still kind of feeling our way. We have an idea who our top 6 or 7 guys are based on what they did last year and their returning experience. But we have some other kids that are pretty skilled and are just kind of going through the growth process right now that we think can, start to have a budding role here. Jalen Moses is one who moved in late. Carson Brown's another one. Quincy Ferguson's a kid that has done some nice things. Adam Bialzak. Charlie Stewart. I mean, those are all kids that are kind of emerging in practice and just haven't quite found that level yet of consistency, but they'll get there in time. And as we do that, our practices will improve, and it certainly will help our depth too. So still kind of massaging through some of those things right now, and it's okay. We don't really need to have those final answers probably until mid to late January.
You look at a young man like Ryan Riggs, who's been dressing and playing since freshman year. A lot of it had to do with challenging him in practice with your seniors back then. But you look at the Simon Daniels, the Matt Riedel, Sam Hughes, Mikey Chase. A lot of those kids were JV players. Simon Daniel was your 6th man, maybe 7th man last year. I thought Simon had a tremendous game against Mason City, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. And Matt Riedel, that lid was on the basket, and I think Steenblock said he's going down there and check that basket, the lid off. But when he was playing hard and finally things came together, he got double figures. those are 3 seniors, and then with Chase and Hughes, those are 5 seniors that you started that have been in the system since day one.
And you can't. I mean, Matt Riedel, he played some for us as a sophomore.
That's right.
And then you have Riggs that's played as a sophomore. You have Andrew Lynch that's played as a sophomore. It's so nice as a coach to know that you have guys that have kind of been through this before. And then Simon and Sam and Mikey. I mean, those 3 kids, you could see last year that they probably weren't in the spot last year to play because the guys in front of them, the Stillwells, the Daniels of the world, were really, really good players. Mm-hmm. Michael Keogh, Joe Strocker, they were really good players. But you could see then that, hey, these guys are going to be all right next year. And it's kind of one of those things where you're coaching this year's team last year in practice because you knew you saw it coming, and you saw that Sam and Simon and Mikey and Adam Bialzik's in that group, and Dylan Smith too, that really evolved as juniors, and now you're starting to kind of see that come to fruition here with them as seniors. So I know driving home on Saturday, my sons were asking me who I thought played well, and I don't know if I answered the question, but I said I'm really happy for Sam and Simon and Mikey for what they've done, because Sam and Simon, they play a lot of basketball. Sure. They put a lot of time into it, and they've really invested in their own growth, and it was great to see them have a great first game.
Well, it's a testament to the program, Mike. 10 seniors. I go through all the lineups. You look at Marshalltown tonight, they have 3 seniors. Most of them have 5 or 4, whatever. 10 seniors. That takes a lot. Some of them know they're not going to get a lot of playing time. But some of these kids that played JV, I remember Coach Nahas takes the JV teams during the weeknight games when you can get them now. But last year, and some of these guys were just phenomenal during these JV games. And now's their time to shine in their final year.
And when we talk about, we saw it last year. We saw it in practice, but you saw them go out and play really well in JV games. And if typically, kids that play really well in JV games are going to have a chance to help you at this level at some point. And the opposite is true, too. Kids that don't usually do well in JV games aren't probably going to help at this level. But you could see those 3 or 4 kids, you could see that their confidence and their comfort was growing each day and each week. And listen, for us to be good, they have to keep playing the way they did. And we have no reason to believe they won't with what they do on a daily basis.
Well, quickly, tonight's opponent is Marshalltown. They're 0-1 with their record. Michael Apple in his 3rd year, Marshalltown guy, and he's got a couple of athletic guys, Armani Thomas and Drake Capeyu. Those are 2 leading scorers. I know they're very athletic. Prince Jala. There'll be a handful tonight. It should be an exciting boys game.
Yeah, the Thomas kid is really, really good. Mm-hmm. He'll be probably as good of a player as we play against, and we're going to play against some good ones, so that says a lot. Kapayu's a young kid that played some for him last year and has grown, and the Hala kid is a really good athlete, and the Borgos kid shoots it really well. So yeah, we'll have our hands full tonight. But anytime you interview me, I'm probably going to tell you we have our hands full.
Would expect nothing less.
Our freshman team, and I'd tell you the same thing.
Our listeners don't know that, but I expect that. I expect that out of you. Hey, OC, thanks for all you do, and thanks for being up here tonight. Best of luck in the boys' game.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Mike O'Connor, my guest here at halftime, as the Dowling boys will take on Marshalltown in Game 2. We'll take a break. Halftime score of the girls' game, 53-5. Dowling leading Marshalltown. Back with the second half and the running clock after this break on Iowa Catholic.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Kemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Kemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Kemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Kemin, using science to transform the world. Online at kemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym here in the second half as Dowling leading Marshalltown 55-5. And I believe Wishman just scored for the Maroons here.
She did.
Steve?
Yeah.
First points of the second half as the ball tipped out of bounds by Dowling as the Maroons go left to right towards the north basket here in their home white uniforms, maroon trim and numbers. Marshalltown in their visiting all blue uniforms with red numbers and white trim, and a whistle and a foul. As going to the basket is Tobias. She drew the foul, and she'll have free throws coming. And we'll see the foul is on Marshalltown as our official. And foul's on Zai Newman. Newman with her first foul. And free throws coming for Dowling and Tobias. First free throw is up and good. Maroons were 6 of 13 at the free throw line. Tobias with her 5th point. And the second free throw coming. And it's good.
Mark, I'll pay attention to a little bit here if you want to take the first half scoring. Or we can do it later.
You can go ahead and do it. I'll follow you when we get a break here.
Okay, yeah.
Marshalltown with the shot, no good. We'll do it at our next break. Dowling with the rebound.
I had to confer with Kevin Oddie, the official scorebook, and he had.
You weren't questioning, were you?
No, he had one wrong too. We helped each other.
Bailey with the basket. That's good.
Just coincidentally, I heard the assistant coach for the Maroons say that they were going to start the 5 seniors in the second half.
Now whistling the foul on Dowling as Marshalltown in their half court.
Looks like McVeigh.
And Ella will pick up that's her first foul. 5:31 remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling 59 and Marshalltown 5 here in this girls contest. The boys game to follow. Free throw is no good by Rachel Smith. Smith had 2 points in the second quarter. Zaila Newman had 1 point, and Kaylin Smith had the other 2. Free throw is good. So Rachel Smith with 3 points. And we get a break. Mr. DeVinny is going to run down the Dowling scoring as the Maroons go all the way down court. Layup good. Uncontested layup that time by Margaret Tobias. Unofficially, I have her for 8 points. Maddie Wishman with 6. Sarah Moore with 5. 8 points for Julia Friedrich for Dowling. Allie Anderson is 0 for 2. Here's a steal by Bailey. Olivia takes it, puts it under, or gives it underneath to McVeigh. A nice little assist, but McVeigh can't hit the layup. It's no good. Rebound Rachel Smith and Marshalltown. The other way we go. Ball stolen away by Wishman.
Looks like the Maroons are going to be content to walk it up the second half. No, coaches probably said no layups. Runs in half-court set.
They're going to make them work their offense. And now Bailey for 3. It's no good right wing after the assist by Wishman, but that doesn't happen. Dowling with the weak side rebound. Here's McVeigh. Over to Wishman for 3. It's no good. Weak side rebound Dowling, and I think that's Hobbs under there. She's got it. Pulls it out. In the lane, a shot up and no good by Tobias, and a foul on Marshalltown. And let's run through the scoring here, Steve.
Okay,
in the first half.
Who's the foul on?
Rachel Smith picks up the second.
That's her second. Okay. Right. While Tobias is going to shoot 2. First half scoring for the Maroons. McVeigh 10, Tobias 4, Wishman 4, Sarah Moore 5, Friedrichs 8. First free throw is good by Tobias.
Friedrichs 8, okay.
Allie Anderson didn't score. Julia Moore 4, Emma Gipple 11, Bailey 7. And that rounds it out for the first half.
That's exactly what I had, so I'm not sure where we had the discrepancy at. But
we just missed a field goal, and then I added it when I got downstairs.
Second free throw good by Tobias.
It was Gipple, I believe.
So 6.
Tobias 4 for 4 from the charity stripe here in the third quarter. Running clock.
She's in double figures with 10 points now. 4:10 remaining, third quarter. 63-6 Dowling. One-sided game, and now shot blocked by Hobbs. Page with the block and the other way. She's going to take it all the way to the basket. Layup is no good. And a foul on Marshalltown, and 2 free throws coming for Paige Hobbs. First foul on Castile. And Hobbs will shoot 2.
Hobbs has a pair coming.
Page is 0 for 2 on the season at the free throw line. It's the first one. So much for that. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Mercy One. Alongside Steve DeVinny, I'm Mark Amadell from the Dowling Gym tonight. I want to thank Coach Michael Connor. He was our halftime guest, the boys coach at Dowling, during the girls' halftime. Second free throw good by Hobbs. And, of course, Kristen Meyer will join us at halftime of the boys' contest.
The 5 seniors for the Maroons have subbed out. Now we have Julia Moore, we have Friedrich, we have Emma Gipple, We have Allie Anderson and we have Sarah Moore. And they're sitting back a little bit, not quite as much ball pressure this half. Just making the Bobcats work for whatever they can get.
They're still defending, and now a steal by Julia Moore. Julia with the uncontested layup. It's good. So Julia with her 6-point. And Dowling's lead now balloons to 67-6 with the running clock. Keep in mind the running clock does stop on timeouts and free throws. And a long three, it's no good, out of bounds to Dowling as Kaylin Smith missing the three-point basket. As we'll see Zaila Newman along with Sarah Huffman check into the ball game for Marshalltown. And Melina Kammerer enters the lineup. And the Bobcats now with substitution of 3 people. 67-6 Dowling, Maroons by 61. And now a layup good by Allie Anderson with her first field goal of the night. She gets in the scorer's book.
Yep.
So the only one that hasn't scored is Spracklin, I believe, Steve. Olivia has not scored.
I think that's right.
As Lauren Fredericks and Lexi Bowles did not dress. Bowles battling a foot injury. She'll be back for the Marshalltown game. We got a blocking foul on Dowling.
Looks like Friedrichs.
Oh, sorry.
That one.
On Huffman. That'll be her third.
Oh, Moore.
Amaya Moore, her third. Excuse me. Danielle Grady is correct. 69-6. Dowling with the lead. 2 minutes remaining, third quarter. Maroons with the basketball. Here's Gipple in the lane. Her shot no good. Went through traffic and drew the foul.
Number 30.
That will be on Amaya Moore. And Amaya picks up her fourth.
Gip with a pair.
Emma tonight with 11 points, all in the first half.
I had my head down. She made it?
Yep. She is now 2 for 5 at the free throw line. Second free throw good. Maroons were 6 of 13 at the free throw line. It's probably the only negative thing that we found tonight is free throws and a little bit of the turnovers.
Those free throws are about the longest attempt they've had to take, right? I mean, they're getting some wide open layups and fast break points.
Steal by Allie Anderson. 2-on-1 fast break, and the ball goes out of bounds, and bodies hit the floor and out of bounds to Marshalltown. Good defense that time by Sarah Huffman of the Bobcats as Spracklin enters the lineup for Allie Anderson. And we'll see Rachel Smith enter for Marshalltown. And sitting down will be Carly Castillo. 71-6 with 65 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. All academic as Dowling well in hand. The Maroons are setting up their big showdown this Friday night. Conference opener against Southeast Polk. They'll face the Rams twice. Southeast Polk with a number 2 ranking. And Gipple picks up the foul, her second. And it'll be the second team foul on Dowling, and free throws coming for Marshalltown. First one up and rolls off the back of the rim and falls through.
Is that number 20, Huffman?
And the second one is no good, missed everything. I believe that is Huffman. Yep. So Sarah Huffman with her first point of the night. She goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. And it's 71-7 Dowling with 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. I want to thank Mercy One, Kemen, and Dental Associates for supporting our broadcast all season long. Here's a shot from the free throw line. No good by Sarah Moore, but offensive rebound, Emma Gipple. And Emma picks up her 15th point.
Emma Gipple cleaning up the garbage.
73-7. Dowling in the lane. Shot no good by Sarah Huffman. A rebound out to Dowling with 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Continuous clock. In the corner is Spracklin. Her shot in the lane, no good. Ball batted around. Had an opportunity there to get everybody in the book tonight, but couldn't. Rebound.
Still could happen.
Rebound Marshalltown, a long three, no good, out of bounds to Dowling. As that miss was by Rachel Smith. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. With the score, Dowling 73, Marshalltown 7, along with the Hall of Famer from Marshalltown and Grandview, Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadale, back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute. It's 73-7, Dowling with the lead over Marshalltown in the girls' game, and we'll return after these messages.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Hi, this is Father Larry Richards of EWTN Open Line Thursday, and we just want to encourage you to help us. We really need you to bring people to Jesus Christ. Think about it. What have we done to bring people to Christ? We need you and we need your help because Jesus tells you, go and make disciples of all nations. You can do that by helping us. God bless you.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Underway here in the fourth quarter of this girls' contest. Dowling 73, Marshalltown 7. We'll have the continuous clock for one more quarter. As Marshalltown with the basketball, and that's Rachel Smith on the dribble and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. I think they're going to get Bailey for the foul. Oh, Neil Smith. That'll be her second foul, offensive foul against the Bobcats. 16th foul on Marshalltown. An uncontested layup is Julia Moore with the right hand. And Moore now with her 8th point off the bench. 75-7 Maroons. Smith with it. Stolen away by Allie Anderson, who's in there. It's Anderson in the front court to Julia Moore. Fakes the three, now takes it to the basket on the lane. Shot is blocked. Gets her own rebound. And down to the hands of Allie Anderson. To Julia Moore on the left wing. Top of the key for three. It's in and out, no good by Julia Friedrich. Long rebound out to Moore. Dowling keeps possession in the lane. A shot partially blocked that time. Friedrich's shot couldn't go, and it's blocked. The other way we go with Marshalltown and Zaila Newman. And she has a stolen away. So back and forth we go as Deviney checks his stocks. Underneath, a shot no good. And they're going to call Dowling for the palming of the ball, so we a turnover.
I was asking athletic director and football coach Tom Wilson about the Moore sisters. Football player Matt Moore from a couple years ago.
Oh, sure.
And those are his sisters.
Okay.
And I was asking,
twin sisters.
Yeah, I was asking coach if there was any relation there, and there is.
Well, good job out of you.
Thank you.
A shot in the lane, no good by Rachel Smith. Might have been partially blocked. Julia Moore, one of the sisters we're talking about, with the rebound. Down court to Hobbs. Moore with a nice pass to Hobbs. Shot no good, but she was fouled and paid to go to the line for Dowling. And that foul will be on Kaylin Smith. That'll be her third foul. Team foul number 7 on Marshalltown. 2 on Dowling, and Hobbs to the line. Dowling was 8 for 8 in that third quarter.
That was good to see.
First free throw good. Hobbs now with 3 points tonight. 3 for 3 at the free throw line is
excellent. Excellent.
Dowling now 15 of 22 at the line, leading 76-7. You see those scores every once in a while on the paper or online when you read scores, the boys and girls. And tonight we're going to have one of those when people see it. Maroons just too much for Marshalltown. Second free throw is no good by Hobbs. Rebound Bobcats. Here's Rachel Smith in the front court. Dribbles the baseline, her shot no good. But a weak side rebound, put back up and good by Zaila Newman. That's her third point. Now the other way we go with Dowling, and a foul called. And it'll be on Smith. That'll be her fourth foul.
Shooting the bonus.
That's the downside. Every time you shoot free throws, the clock stops. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming up for Dowling.
You know, Julia was going to be the shooter, but her sister Sarah checked in for her.
And now they got everything squared away. They had to bring her back off the bench. Did they have more? Yep. And now she'll shoot. Julia, front end of a 1-and-1. She has 8 points tonight. First one on the way. No good. Rebound slapped around. Allie Anderson tracks it down, but it went off her hands. Out of bounds to the Bobcats. Spracklin checks in, and Moore does finally check out. That's Julia Moore. Tried to make that happen a little while ago.
Yep.
But she had to get a free throw in. Marshalltown with the ball. Rachel Smith coming off a ball pick. Gets it back to Kaylin Smith, who set the pick. Now there's a near steal by Dowling. Friedrich anticipated the pass, got a deflection, and it's out of bounds to Marshalltown. Bobcats with it. Pull-up jumper by Smith coming off a ball screen by Kaylin Smith. It's out of bounds to Dowling after the missed shot. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. Recognize that group on the balcony.
Oh, yeah.
The Kevin O'Hare.
Yeah, they were behind at halftime by a couple points. I'm not sure if they won or not, but they were
Coach,
behind.
With Coach Heatherton.
Yep.
I'm not sure if they won either. You can't tell. They all have masks on.
Yep.
You can't tell by the expression. O'Hare looks like you can't tell if he's winning by 50 or losing by 20.
He's usually fairly intense, isn't he?
You can't tell. You can't tell. I'm trying to gauge it on his walk. Ball slapped around. Marshalltown with possession with 4:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling all over the Marshalltown girls tonight, 76-9. Here on Iowa Catholic Radios, we're just thankful to be playing. This is not the schedule that was drawn up back in September. It's been basically taken apart, blown up, shot up and good by Smith. Rachel Smith is with her fifth point, leading Marshalltown 76-11.
She has scored in every quarter, Mark, for the Bobcats.
I think the first quarter she did not score.
Hey, there's Sprackland on the board.
We were just talking about that. Olivia with her first basket.
On the board.
78-11 Dowling, 3:30 remaining. So the Maroons finally got had to find out schools that were playing.
Yep.
And Fort Dodge, Mason City, and Marshalltown were all in session. Dowling girls played all three of them. Dowling boys couldn't get a matchup with Fort Dodge boys, but they played Mason City, and tonight we'll play Marshalltown. Before the conference opener, Friedrich picks up the foul, her first foul for the Maroons, third team foul on the Maroons. So they basically got to put together a schedule that was a non-conference schedule with Fort Dodge, Mason City, and Marshalltown. The second free throw is no good.
She missed both.
Yes, she did.
Yep.
And the rebound out to Dowling. That was Huffman with both misses. Now the Maroons work underneath. Hobbs with the layup, good. Page with her first field goal, and she now has 5 points.
Great pass by Sarah.
Much better move than her dad, Brian, would ever make.
Uh-oh. Hope he doesn't.
He can't hear me in the concession stand.
I
Wait
hope
a sec,
he
he will.
It'll
be if he's got it on the iPhone, it'll be a 15-second delay. Steve, you may have to take over. I may have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Paige is a golfer on the Dowling girls golf team and does a tremendous job and out for basketball.
Yeah.
Shot in the lane, no good by Marshalltown. Out of bounds to the Bobcats. Dowling 80, Marshalltown 11. Ball tipped out of bounds. They say it went off of Marshalltown. Sarah Huffman. Good defense by the Maroons. And Julia Friedrich causing the turnover.
Back to the Maroons. Running clock. We're down to about 2:20 to go.
We'll have a brief post-game show. Steve Deviney and I will wrap up basically scoring if we are on track. And then we'll preview the boys' game. And now a shot in the baseline. It's no good by the Maroons, Julia Friedrich. Hobbs with the rebound. And Kaylin Smith becomes the first person to foul out. She'll foul out with 2 points for Marshalltown at the 2:06 marks. At least that's what I have. And they're not.
Looks like they're showing her for 4 fouls.
4 fouls, okay.
Yeah.
Hobbs free throw, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, sponsored in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Reminder, other games going on tonight. Girl-boy doubleheaders has Newton at Ankeny Centennial. These are all CIML-involved high schools. Ankeny at Pella and Mesa City at Fort Dodge. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. And the boys-only game, Ottumwa at Grinnell. And the second free throw is good by Hobbs. She is now 4 for 6 at the line tonight. She has 6 points off the bench, 81-11. Dowling by 70 and traveling on Marshalltown the other way we go. So, Steve, we'll do a quick post game, total up the numbers, hopefully add up. I'm okay with Marshalltown's 11. I can get that easy. Dowling, 81 points, I don't know. Now, a little give and go in the lane. A nice pass from Sarah Moore to Paige Hobbs is good. Hobbs with the basket.
Sarah Moore has had several good assists tonight.
Yes, she has. 8 points now for Hobbs, 83-11. Minute and a half remaining in this girls' contest. Now the ball tipped out of bounds. They say that Julia Friedrich bounced the ball off of Marshalltown gal, out of bounds to Dowling. Minute 20 remaining. And for Dowling, this is a tune-up.
Yes, it is.
Friday night's 5 o'clock start Number 2 Southeast Polk comes to the Dowling Gym, taking on number 13 Dowling in a girls game, followed by the boys. Early start at 5. Stock market will probably be closed by an hour and a half, Steve. You should be okay.
Well, we'll be touch and go.
It'll be touch and go.
I'd rather be here than at the office, right? So it should be a good game on Friday.
Gallegos with the foul, and that is her third foul, 19th foul on Marshalltown.
Sarah Moore.
And the right-handed shooting sister, Sarah, at the line. And Sarah misses the first free throw. She has 5 points tonight. 83-11 is our score. Dowling leading with 57 seconds remaining. Second free throw, Marshalltown. Bobcats dribble in the front court. This is Maya Gallegos in the corner to Huffman. Dribble drives in the baseline. Her shot no good. Huffman with the rebound. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound Dowling. That's Sarah Moore. Sarah dribbling down court. 2-on-1 fast break. Leaves it for Allie Anderson. Layup good. That's her 4th point.
Another good assist by Sarah.
30 seconds remaining.
She's more of a pass-first player, shoot second.
Julie
is more offensive-minded, but Sarah, she's a passer.
Kammerer for 3, top of the key. It's no good for Marshalltown. Molina with the miss. 13 seconds remaining. 85-11 Dowling. Maroons in the front court.
Are they going to hold it here with 7 seconds?
They're running their offense. Spracklin on the block. Underhand layup. No good with the right hand from the right block. Rebound Marshalltown, and that'll do it. Final score, 85-11. Dowling girls now have won their 3rd straight game. They came in averaging 72 points, giving up 31, and they're going to add to that tonight. Final score, Dowling 85, Marshalltown 11. And Steve Devaney, it was all Dowling from the get-go. The Maroons led 22-2 at the end of the first quarter. Outscored the Bobcats 31-3 in the second quarter. Led at halftime 53-5. Maroons outscored Marshalltown 20-2 in the third quarter and go on to win it by the score of 85-23. The Maroons outscored Marshalltown 22-4 in the fourth quarter. So there you go, Coach.
Yep. No, it's a good tune-up, like you say, for Friday. A lot of kids got to play again. The nice thing about the early season schedule for the Maroons, which has been, a fairly easy schedule. No offense to the other teams they've played, but it's allowed a lot of kids who didn't get to play a lot last year to get some game experience, and everybody should be better off for it as a Maroon player. And now the real games and the more talented competition start this Friday. Number 2 in the state, Southeast Polk.
No question about it, Steve. As the Rams come to town, that'll be Dowling's next opponent. But first, we're going to recap this game after a Dowling win. It's 85-11, our final score in this girls' contest. The boys will be warming up here in a moment. But first, we'll take a break, come back with our post-game show. Steve and I will tabulate the totals. I have Marshalltown's already done with their 11 points. We're working on Dowling's right now. Stay tuned for the post-game show, the girls' game, coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Again, the final. The Dowling girls defeat Marshalltown 85-11 to improve their record to 3-0. Marshalltown falls to 0-2. Back with more of the postgame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, Construction Professionals, for your support of Dowling Catholic Sports 365. Construction Professionals is a family-owned business dedicated to our customers. Whether designing, building, or renovating, we are here to better serve you. Our passion for quality craftsmanship, paired with our dedication to creativity, result in a home that reflects your personality, style, and family function. Construction Professionals. Design, build, renovate. CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours. God bless.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym as Game 1 is in the books. The Dowling girls a winner tonight by the score of 85-11. Along with Steve DeVinny, I'm Mark Amadale. Thank you for tuning into our post-game show as we're tabling up the numbers unofficially for Dowling at the free throw line. I have the Maroons 16 of 29 tonight. They were just 2 of 8 in that fourth quarter after going 8 for 8 in that third quarter, Steve, to kind of bump up their free throw average. The Maroons were 6 of 13 at halftime at the free throw line, 8 for 8 in the third quarter, and then 2 for 8 in the fourth quarter to finish 16 of 29. Marshalltown tonight was just 3 for 8 at the free throw line. And I'll let you take it because you handle the numbers every day in your full-time job. I'll trust you here. Dowling putting up 85 points of offense tonight. And I have them unofficially with 2 players in double figures and 3 nearly in double figures. Take it away, Mr. DeVinny, with the Dowling totals.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Good balance again. I think everybody who dressed got into the scorebook. Led by Emma Gipple, 15 points for her, 10 points each for McVeigh and Tobias. 9 points for Olivia Bailey off the bench. 8 points for Spracklin. 8 points for Julian Moore. 8 points for Friedrich. 6 for Wishman. 5 for Sarah Moore, and probably 6-7 assists. Was passing the ball well all night. 4 points for Allie Anderson. I'm sorry, I said 8 points for Spracklin. 8 points for Hobbs. To round out the scoring, Spracklin had 2 for a total of 85 points.
There you go. I'll buy that. The only one I was missing was McVeigh. I did not have her for 10. You did. So that was my bad. I think transferred over from the first half, and
Correct.
She hit that 3, so
Yep.
I'll give her a credit for 3. So she had 10 points at halftime,
Yep.
did McVeigh.
That's correct.
And I had her for 7. So, all right, so 3 players in double figures for Dowling girls, led by Emma Gippels, 15, Margaret Tobias, and Ella McVeigh, 10 each. And as Steve mentioned, Olivia Bailey with 9 points off the bench, 8 points each for Julia Friedrich and for Paige Hobbs. Again tonight, Dowling girls playing without Lexi Bowles, resting that injured foot. I don't know if she did it in practice or in the game Saturday afternoon against Mason City, but she will be ready. She told me herself for number 2 Southeast Polk on Friday night. That is good news. For Marshalltown, they were without their second leading scorer, Lily Roberts, a 5'7" junior guard, injured with a knee hyperextension against Newton last week. So she sat out tonight. Hopefully it's just precautionary for head coach Brian Murphy. But for Dowling, their next game, as we mentioned, it'll be a girl-boy doubleheader. 5 o'clock start this Friday night here at the Dowling Gym. The girls matchup, number 2 Southeast Polk and Dowling. Again, 5 o'clock start for that doubleheader. For Marshalltown, they got a slew of games coming up. Thursday night, they're travel to number 11 Ames. That'll be a 6:15 girl-boy doubleheader. Friday night, they're home against number 7 Ankeny Centennial, a 6:15 start girl-boy doubleheader. Marshalltown on Monday travels to East Waterloo for a JV varsity girls game. And the varsity game gets underway at 7:30 in Waterloo. And then finally, the final game before Christmas break, another ranked team, Marshalltown hosting number 8 out of Class 4A Grinnell on a JV varsity starting at 7:45. So Ames, Centennial, East Waterloo, and Grinnell, my goodness, 6 games right before the Christmas break, and hats off to them. They got a way to get them in and get some competition here, Steve, because that's what it's about. It's who's in school and who is willing to play after limited amount of practices.
Yeah. No, the schedule that was put together by the CIML back in February, March a year ago, looking at this year, out the window.
They blew it up. They had to blow it up.
It's whatever you can get and get as many games as you can because you never know what the virus and so forth will turn into. So.
That's right. Well, Steve, we'll talk to you on Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Happy hour somewhere, but it'll be right here in the Dowling Gym. Polk comes to town, Southeast Polk and Dowling.
4:45, Mark. See you then.
You bet, sir. Steve DeVinny, my broadcast partner. We'll take a break, come back. We'll move in my second guest and my color commentator is Gary Steenblock on the wings. Again, the final in Game 1, the Dowling girls defeating Marshalltown 85-11. We'll be back and preview Game 2, the boys' game between Dowling and Marshalltown. Gary Steenblock will return to the broadcast. This is Mark Amadale from the Dowling Gym, back with the boys' contest between Dowling and Marshalltown after this here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym alongside Gary Steenblock, Mark Amadale's preview our second game of our girls and boys doubleheader. It's Dowling and Marshalltown tonight on a Tuesday night non-division CIML contest. Marshalltown out of the Iowa Conference as they're in there with Mason City, Fort Dodge, along with Ankeny Centennial, and Ames. And the Bobcats are in that conference. It's a non-division game. Dowling in their conference, which means that Southeast Polk, Waukee, and Valley, along with Urbandale, Johnson, and Dowling, they'll each play each other twice. So this is a non-division game. And Gary Steenblock, welcome to the broadcast here at the Dowling Gym from our broadcast booth high amongst the balcony, where you've had a lot of time up here, and you're not as an announcer maybe or on the radio, but other events here
just
at Dowling.
Other events, and thank you for having me back again. You and Steve had a game.
Yeah, we sure did.
That's you know what? I had to come up here just in case, just for the people listening. And I don't have her name because I didn't have a girls' roster. Number 2 on Marshalltown.
Okay, yeah. Rachel Smith.
She hustled. I would take her on my team any day of the week.
She's her starting point guard tonight, and
loved it. She
was outmanned a little bit.
She was outmanned, but boy, you couldn't tell. She had a smile on her face. That's what high school athletes. That's what high school athletics is all about, right there.
Certainly is. And hey, it's about participating and playing. You had a couple of boys come through here and did that. You and your lovely bride raised them well. They're now off to college, and now we invite you back here. And not to rehash all the old memories that you had in, MAC basketball games and practice and all that, but to talk about some of these guys who you've seen in the past on the Dowling varsity team. And I like the story you told last Saturday afternoon when Dowling was playing Mason City here. One of them grew a foot. He went from 6 foot to 6'8".
I know.
I love those stories.
Those are the great stories. I had probably 75% of these kids, and they deserve to be there, boy. The one thing that Steve and I and all the coaches have tried to get them to do, if you hustle and play defense, you can play at Dowling. No matter
Sure.
what your skill set is, if you do those two things and you do them at the very best you can, you'll play. And a lot of these kids do, and that's a lot of fun. I mean, for the girls, I don't care what the score was. It's nice to have a game before you play Southeast Polk.
Yes, indeed.
That's a tough game.
We were talking about that, kind of the preliminary game.
Same for the boys.
Dowling girls got 3 games in, and then they're going to take on second-ranked Southeast Polk.
Yep.
Part of an early start on Friday, as we mentioned earlier, 5 o'clock start. They're doing that now in the CIML at certain times of the year, and this is our first one at Dowling. They'll have 4 more. But instead of starting at 6:15 for the varsity girls, it's 5 o'clock, and then that means the boys' game is early on Friday nights. Mike Swain will join me for that broadcast. But Steen, we've got a matchup here, and I'm talking with Coach O'Connor at halftime of the girls' game. Marshalltown comes in. Michael Apple, who's a Marshalltown grad, veteran. He's in his 3rd year. He's got a very athletic team. Number 10, Armani Thomas. Number 20, Drake Capello, and number 24, Prince Jala. 3 of their leading scorers, all in double figures. Very athletic team. And this is a Marshalltown team. I know they went I think last year they were just 4-19, but all those guys returned, and these were the bulk of that team. And they're getting better and more experienced and stronger, and they bring that to the table tonight against a Dowling team that went deep last week on Saturday in their opening game against Mason City. The Maroons felt comfortable with 8-9 players, and O'Connor, Coach O.C. said, we're going to do that tonight too.
And I think that's good, and not a real drop-off, which is always nice. The more, especially early in the season, the more guys you can get in there, the better. I really didn't see a drop-off on Saturday, so, I mean, that bodes well. Once again, size difference here, though, too. So rebounding, getting the ball inside to our bigs, and then kicking it out for open shots, offensive rebounding. I mean, that's going to be the big thing. I like the way Dowling played defense on Saturday, and that's what they're going to have to do again tonight.
Yeah, and you mentioned the size difference. Isaiah Borgos, who we didn't mention, 6'2" senior, he brings about all the size for the Bobcats, 6'1", 6'2", 6 foot after that, but a very quick team. And I'll be interested to see how this all transpires. Marshalltown losing their opening game in boys play last Thursday, losing at Newton 53-48. And this is the Bobcat team, 3 seniors, 6 juniors, and dressing 3 sophomores. And some of those kids, like Capaya, a sophomore, in the mix. And we'll see Ivan Alvarado also in the mix, another sophomore. So exciting team, but a very young team.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to see. On Saturday, I think my 2, keys to the game that for player-wise, Sam Hughes, the floor game he had, the defense he played all over the court, love that. And Simon Daniels surprised me at just how confident he was on the offensive end.
Were you listening to OC and I's conversation at halftime of the girls' game? Because that's kind of what he said.
Yeah, I mean, OC, we've been doing. I mean, he's been coaching for a long time. I've been coaching in 8th grade a long time. That's what we try to help these kids. We know what he likes,
sure.
And those 2 things, and especially Sam Hughes.
One thing that he doesn't like: 24 turnovers against Mason City on Saturday afternoon by the Dowling team. That'll have to be addressed tonight, because with the athleticism and quickness of Marshalltown, that could be a factor.
Right. You're going to ball faking. Ball faking is going to be a big deal tonight. I think a good ball fake, and we're going to get a lot of open layups. So I'll be curious to see. And you just, we need to protect the rim and make them shoot from the outside.
All right, we'll take a break, come back, starting lineups, Dowling and Marshalltown. The boys' game coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Final in Game 1, Dowling girls defeating Marshalltown 85-11, along with Gary Steenblock. I'm Mark Amadale, back with the starters of the boys' game in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Hi, this is Father Mitch Pacwa, and our Lord said if you give a cup of cold water to a disciple because he's a disciple, you get a disciple's reward. We thank you for your support of Catholic Radio because we are trying to be faithful disciples, and we trust that as you are generous, our Lord will also reward you with a disciple's reward.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym as we start introductions for the boys contest between Dowling and Marshalltown. The Dowling girls winning Game 1 of our doubleheader by a score of 85-11. Mark Amadale joined tonight by Gary Steenblock in Game 2. And let's take a look at our starting lineups for the Marshalltown Bobcats, the visiting team. Bobcats with a record of 0-1. They lost their first game that they played last Thursday, December 10th, losing at Newton 53-48. The head coach is Michael Apple. Marshalltown prep, third year, 12 wins, 32 losses. He's assisted by Ryan O'Neill, Mark Hauser, and Brynjerdsen is the assistant coach's name. The head coach at MCC, Marshalltown Community College at one time.
Yes, and that name, people should remember that name, that Apple name, man. That's a good high school player right there.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at the lineup for Marshalltown. At point guard, Armani Thomas, 6-foot junior, averaging 15 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. He wore number 10. The other guard is Grant Griesel, 5'9 junior, had 5 points the other night against Newton. He wore number 14. And the third guard, also the backup point guard, Drake Capeyu. Capeyu, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 11 points, 4 assists. He wore number 20. At one forward is Prince Jala, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds in game one. He'll wear number 24. And the man in the middle, the center, Isaiah Borgos, 6'2 senior, averaging 6 points, and he'll wear number 50. So it's Armani Thomas, Drake Capellu, Prince Jala, the 3 guards from Marshalltown, along with Isaiah Borgos and Grant Giesel. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons will go with the same starting lineup they had against Mason City on Saturday afternoon. At one guard, Mikey Chase, 6'2 senior, he wears number 10. The other guard is Sam Hughes, who Gary and I talked about earlier, 6'1 senior, wearing number 12. The third guard is Simon Daniel, a 6'2 senior. He'll wear number 22 for the Maroons. And Matt Riedel at one forward, a 6'4 senior, wearing number 24. And the man in the middle, Ryan Riggs, a 6'8 senior, wearing number 20. So for Dowling, it's Chase and Hughes and Daniel at the 3 guards, Riedel at forward, and Riggs at center, backed up by Gredeke, and Lynch will come in off the bench. They'll be the first 2. The head coach is Mike O'Connor in his 15th year, assisted by Nick Wagner and Jimmy Nahas. And we are underway with Dowling winning the tip here, Mr. Steen.
Playing a little man, I would be looking right now for Ryan Riggs.
Riggs the ball top of the circle. Let's run their motion offense against
There's going to be right there. Let him set. You got to be.
Here's Daniel for 3 in the corner. It's in and out, no good. And a rebound, Marshalltown and Armani Thomas.
That was a good shot. It was an open shot.
It took about 30 seconds off the game clock on their first possession for Dowling. The Maroons going right to left towards the south basket. Now here is Thomas.
Nice
His shot
defense.
blocked by Simon Daniel. Rebound Dowling.
I'd get him. He's wide open again. I wouldn't hesitate taking that shot if I was Simon.
Maroons with it the other way. In the front court, it's Riedel in the lane, splits the defenders and draws a foul.
Number 10.
So that'll be on Armani Thomas, and that's someone that Marshalltown and Coach Apple cannot have in foul trouble.
And I think that's what you're going to have to do. They're going to try to switch and help when Ryan is coming across the middle. And when we put our other bigs in, they somebody that can really have a good night tonight too is Andrew Lynch. As tough as he is, he could cause some damage on picking up fouls on Marshalltown.
Both free throws good by Matt Riedel. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, Kemen, and Dental Associates. Mark Amadale, Gary Steenblock here. A little backdoor cut and a pass out of bounds as Thomas feel a little too strong for Marshalltown. Be Dowling basketball. Maroons lead it 2-0 on a pair of free throws by.
And Thomas struggled a little bit with Simon Daniel's size. There it is right there. That's just automatic.
Underneath Riggs. Now we got a blocking foul on Marshalltown. The basket will count by Riggs. And a foul on Grant Griesel, who has the assignment of guarding Ryan Riggs. So basket, and they're going to call this an and one.
Yep, he tried to draw the charge way underneath the basket.
And it gets a little dangerous there. You don't want to undercut your opponent. Free throw no good by Riggs. And ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Marshalltown basketball. And
2 offensive possessions, good ball movement.
Dowling girls were just 16 of 29 at the free throw line, and Dowling boys off to an 0 for 1 at the line. Hope that's not contagious.
Yeah, I know.
You're about ready to get that lid off the basket for Riedel last Saturday afternoon. Here's a wing shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Marshalltown, no good by Jala, and a rebound Dowling. Bobcats had 2 looks.
Riedel came right back. See, now this is where Ryan's got to –
Ball slapped out of bounds. They say it went off of Riggs. They try to enter it inside, and Armani Thomas with weak side help.
Simon was 2 seconds too early on that pass. Ryan's got to come down and really set right there, and he just didn't give him time.
4-0 Dowling here in the boys' contest. Maroons with a record of 1-0. Marshalltown with a record of 0-1. Early stages. This is the final tune-up for Dowling as they enter conference play with Southeast Polk next week. Now we got traveling in the post by Prince Jala.
That's not a bad move, though. We can see him. He has some bright lime green shoes on.
Yeah, notice that from up here. All right, Dowling with the basketball. Maroons pass on the perimeter. Hughes in the lane. His shot off the glass too strong. Slaps it out to Riedel. Corner 3, left wing up, and no good.
Oh, that was a nice screen out by 50 for.
That's Isaiah Borgos you're talking about
very
from Marshalltown.
Nice screen out.
Borgos screens him out, and Dowling now back on defense. The Maroons stay man-to-man, and Marshalltown will run their man offense. Coming off a high post pick and a layup off the glass. Good. Nice pass underneath, and that is Grant Giesel with the shot.
Nice pass. Mikey Chase lost him on that one there.
So Griesel gets the first basket for Marshalltown. It's 4-2 Dowling underneath. And Riedel with the leaner in the lane. The shot is good. And the basket is good. A foul on Marshalltown and free throws coming.
Once again, the size difference. They just have to be patient. We're trying to be a little quick on we're not allowing our guys to post up, as they need just a little bit more time to get down there.
So Riedel with his 4th point, and the free throw is good. He completes the 3-point play. Matt Riedel with 5 points to lead Dowling. That's a second foul on Grant Griesel,
right?
Who was guarding him. That's team foul number 3 on Marshalltown.
Going to have to go to the bench.
I don't think they got him out. He's still out there.
Yep.
And now here is Capeu with the 3, and it's good.
That's a nice shot there. That was deep, too.
Drake Capeu with the 3, and now Dowling turns the ball over in transition. 7-5 is our score. Dowling boys with the lead over Marshalltown. 5:07 remaining here in the first quarter from the Dowling gym. Again, players can have 2 guests come in, so a very limited crowd. Of course, we're streaming it through the Dowling website. They are streaming the game, and you can watch it through there or listen to the radio broadcast as Marshalltown with the basketball. Nice move that time by Thomas. Worked the right side to Jala in the lane, and his shot up and no good, and a foul on Dowling. I'm going to get Mikey Chase for the foul, I believe.
And the size difference is about ready to get bigger.
Yes, it is. As Gregory set to check in. 6'10 senior.
Here's another one, too. It's just going to make – he's going to play that backside of that defense a little bit better than Mikey could with the height difference.
Prince Jala at the free throw line as he was fouled. Misses the first free throw, second one coming. And it's good. He has his first points. Jala at 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists and a block against Newton on Thursday. 7-6 Dowling by 1. And Riggs in the lane, and he draws a foul, and they're going to call it before the shot. Says Tyler Brady, our lead official tonight. They're going to whistle the foul on Isaiah Borgos, his first.
And that's a tough thing. And if they're going to bring Riggs out that far.
And now a corner 3 by Gretzky is no good, and a rebound out to Marshalltown. And Justin Meldy, who just checked in, with the rebound. Bobcats with it. Thomas on the right side in the corner. Crossover dribble by Thomas. His shot blocked by Gretzky.
Travel.
Ball on the floor and a timeout, a 30-second timeout called by Michael Apple, the head coach at Marshalltown. So we'll keep it here with 4:25 remaining first quarter. Dowling leads by 1, 7-6 over Marshalltown here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Amadale alongside Gary Steenblock. The Steen, what do you think so far?
I think Dowling needs to be a little bit more patient on the offensive end. They're going to get some buckets. They already have them in foul trouble with a couple of their one having 2, a couple others having 1. I would work on the half court. Thomas made a great move and got around, and Riggs was coming to help, but 6'10" took care of that.
Gretzky. Armani Thomas, does he have a crossover dribble?
Oh, my goodness. And he's just bouncy. You can just see it. I mean, he's a great athlete.
Flawless. They inbound the ball to Jala as Marshalltown left to right. We're in their all-red uniforms on the road with white numbers and blue trim, and now we got traveling on Marshalltown, and their offense is set as they go to the north basket. Dowling the other way in their home white uniforms. Maroon numbers and trim, and they'll go to the south basket here. Maroons lead by 1.
Justin Meldy there. Little quick feet.
That happens. Now here is Gretzky underneath. His shot is partially blocked by Thomas, and he drew the foul.
2 on Thomas.
He tried to block a 6'10" shot.
I mean, Coach Apple is saying, let him have it. Just let him have it. I need you on the floor.
You like that mentality of Gretzky. He takes it to the hole, and you like the mentality of Thomas, who defended it, and his free throw's no good. So Gretzky off the bench for Dowling. And now Riggs will sit down, and so will Simon Daniel. As
Thomas is going to go out in the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, that's not a guy you want out for Marshalltown. Andrew Lynch in the Dowling lineup here.
I like Andrew Lynch coming in. I think he can make a big difference here.
He's just ready to bang. Second free throw good by Gretzky. Now the other way we go with Marshalltown with the ball in their front court. Dowling 8, Marshalltown 6 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. First quarter, under 4 minutes remaining. Here's Capeyu starts the offense.
I mean, that's where they miss Thomas at. He starts 90% of their offensive sets just by his athleticism.
Dowling playing great man-to-man defense and a lot of help as they are well aware of their shooters. And they're trying to get Jala loose, and I'll tell you what, they've done a nice job on him, and that's Riedel on him.
They had a chance for a trap right there.
And now ball slapped away and stolen away by Lynch. We got traveling on Jala. Maroons are pretty good defense. They're just staying in their stance. They're not leaping to block the shot. Jala and those guys bring a lot of fakes.
They do, and that man-to-man defense, like we said, that's what you have to do. If you want to play, you have to be able to do that.
All right, Gregory.
What a screen by Lynch.
Gregory over
I want
Riedel.
him screening for me.
Riedel trying to go through the lane, kicks it out to Gregory, won't take it, and he travels with the basketball. Fake the three and then take it to the hole, but
just needs to slow down a little bit.
Jack got caught with the travel, and it's Marshalltown basketball. 8-6 is our score. Other games going on in the CI Middle tonight. These are all part of girl-boy doubleheaders. Newton is at Ankeny Centennial. Ankeny is at Pella. And Mason City at Fort Dodge. And in a boys-only game, Ottumwa at Grinnell. Marshalltown with the ball here. Here's Capeyu. Works the right side.
Capeyu's a really good athlete, too.
Yeah, to Borgos. Borgos traveled with the basketball. And much to disdain of Michael Apple, he says, run the offense. And substitutions now for Dowling. Riggs in, Gregory out. And also checking out for Dowling is Sam Hughes and Simon Daniel back in here.
This is definitely an inside-out offensive set here.
Yeah, here's Riggs in the lane. Off-balance shot, no good, and a rebound Marshalltown. Bobcats running. Here's Jala with it in the lane. Nice pass underneath to Justin Meldy off the bench, and his basket is good.
I don't think when they were on the sideline, I want Riggs to have his feet set, catch the ball, and then attack the hoop. I don't need him to attack the hoop from out at the free throw line.
Well, they lob it into Lynch, right side, and his shot off balance. Good. He banks it in, and a whistle and a foul on Marshalltown. I think they'll get Borgos for the foul. We'll see. Now they're going to get number 24, Jala, with the foul.
That was lucky because does he have...
That's his first.
Yeah, 50 would have been... That might have been his second, too.
So... Daniel with his first basket. He'll have an and one opportunity here with 2:20 remaining first quarter. Dowling now with a 10-8 lead after we were tied at 8 and trying to convert the traditional three-point play he does. So Lynch now.
Another press here.
And yeah,
soft press.
Dowling likes to set up the press after made baskets. 11-8 Maroons by 3. Marshalltown with the basketball left to right towards the north basket here at the Dowling gym. With it is Meldy. Dowling staying man-to-man.
Nice.
Near steal by Daniel, and now a double team in the corner as Jala is double team, and now they swinging around. Top of the key is Ivan Alvarado.
You can just see how much they depend on Thomas to get their offense going.
Yep, Jala with it. Out to Capeyu at the free throw line, and we've got a foul on Dowling away from the action.
Mikey Chase is second. I think it's a second.
It is. Our officials tonight, we mentioned Tyler Brady, Danny Kern with the call there, and Joe Prayer. Our third official here on a Tuesday night of high school basketball, and checking back into the Dowling lineup, Sam Hughes for Mikey Chase here, Steen.
There's a foul on Lynch.
Yeah, they lob it in, and Lynch got caught for the hold. And that'll be his first.
He was blocking.
He's not tied in now. He's 13 foul on Dowling, 6 on Marshalltown, and ball slapped out of bounds as the Bobcats try to inbound it.
Spiked that one.
Now they're going to have Alvarado inbound the ball against Riggs. Alvarado at 5'11", and Riggs at 6'8" and more. They get it inside the Borgos, left block, guarded by Lynch. This will be interesting. And reverse layup, blocked by Lynch. Rebound Dowling. The other way we go.
This is where Riggs just needs to get down on the low block and want the ball.
Hughes has it on the right side, lobs it into Lynch, right baseline.
Right back to it.
Lynch. He's double teamed. Back to Riggs. He'll launch the three right wing, off the mark, no good. And the rebound comes out to Justin Meldy, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. It'll be on Riedel, his first. So 14 foul on Dowling, 6 on Marshalltown with 1:20 remaining. Here in the first quarter, Dowling leading by 3 here, Steen. We've been on this score 11-8 for a while.
Just not real good flow yet on the offensive end. A little too much one-on-one or trying to do too much.
Jack Gregory, all 6'10" of him, set to check in at the next dead ball for Dowling at the scorer's table.
Number 32 checked in for Marshalltown.
Buell Chowell. Buell is in the game, and he is 6'4" junior. There's a post presence. Bobcats with it. They run their man offense against Dowling's man defense. Alvarado with it, left wing to Chowell. Right side it goes to Meldy. In the lane against Simon, nearly lost it. Simon Daniel guarding him. Defense by Dowling, 45 seconds remaining. Possession arrow favors Marshalltown. And let's see if they can, I don't know if they can hold for one here, Steen. They want to get a first open shot, I think. Dowling by 3. Good defense by the Maroons.
Oh, just about had that one.
With it is Capeyu. Gets in the corner to Alvarado.
Riedel did a really good job there.
They'll set it up again. Capeyu right side. Back to Chowell, and now we've got a foul on Dowling. We're going to get lynched for the foul. That's his second.
We couldn't get Andrew out of there before he had another foul.
Yep, second foul on Lynch.
I would not allow 24 to touch the ball here. I'd keep the ball away from him if they can.
5 team fouls on Dowling, 6 on Marshalltown.
Yeah, 20 and 24.
They're going to hold it for the last shot, 10 seconds. With it is Capeyu. With Thomas out, you may see Capeyu get the ISO. A long 3 by Alvarado is no good, and a rebound Riedel, and that's how the quarter ends.
It's a good first quarter for Marshalltown.
11-8 is our score. Dowling with the lead over Marshalltown at the end of one quarter. Back with the second quarter. This boys contest from the Dowling Gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up. Heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym alongside Gary Steenblock. I'm Mark Amadale. Second quarter underway. Marshalltown with the basketball. Dowling leads at 11-8. Maroons were 5 of 7 at the free throw line in the first quarter. Marshalltown 1 for 2. And Armani Thomas is not in the lineup. He's on the bench, Gary, with 2 fouls for Marshalltown. They're point guard and playmaker. They really missed him.
It is, and it's what a difficult decision for Coach Apple. What do you do? I mean, you need him to win, but you need him in the second half more than you do in the first half.
Correct. You can't risk him getting that third foul. Bobcats with the basketball and being very deliberate. They held the ball, I think, the final minute or so of the first quarter and got the last shot, but to no avail. Set by Capeyu. Right side to Alvarado. Over to Meldy. They're working inside.
There's where I would double. When he gets the ball there, I would double that.
You're talking about Jala when he gets it.
Yep.
Prince Jala. Yeah, he's probably their second leading scorer. He and Capeyu. And now a long 3. Good. That was by the big guy, Borgos.
Yep, hand in his face.
So that's his first 3 of the night. We're tied at 11. Dowling
See, there's Riggs right
there.
See, that's a foul.
As Borgos got away with one as the entry pass. And now the other way we go. A shot in the lane. Good! That is Prince Jala with his 3rd point, and Marshalltown with a 2-point lead. Other way we go. Dowling with the ball. In the corner, Gregory. Jack, running jumper is no good. He drew the foul. And Marshalltown with their 7th foul, and there'll be 2 free throws coming for Gregory.
I think that was a pass. I mean, they're going to give him the shot. I think that was going to be a pass to Riggs there. It would have been a great pass.
I think they're giving it to Jala. That's his 2nd. Free throw no good by Gregory. And I think you're right, Gary.
He gave it to 24.
Yeah, and
see, now with Thomas back in, now their offense changes. I don't think he can hold on to the ball and pass it that much.
Gregory makes the second free throw. He's 2 for 4 at the line tonight for 2 points. Dowling with full court pressure. 13-12, Marshalltown by 1. Now, Marnie Thomas with 2 fouls in the lineup. They break the press. Corner 3, no good by Borgos. Rebound Dowling. Maroons in the front court in transition.
Come on.
This is Hughes with it. Over to Chase. Back to Hughes. Drives baseline. Puts up a running floater.
Nice
good on the
move.
baseline. How about that? Sam Hughes with his first 2 points. 14-13, Dowling by 1. Now on the baseline. Ball tipped out of bounds as Alvarado had it poked away there, Steen.
I think Mike trying to do full court pressure. I think he's trying to get the guys into the game. It just doesn't seem like they're into the game yet.
Well, that's because Marshalltown has slowed the game down on their half court set, and now we got a whistle and a delay of game penalty or warning called on Dowling. That'll be on Riggs. Stepped over the baseline. Trying to defend the pass, inbounds pass from Alvarado as Marshalltown underneath their own basket with the inbounds pass. They get it to Thomas, spins out of it, gets it out to Borgos, top of the key in the corner for 3. It's no good by Capeyu in the rebound Dowling. Maroons in transition. Here's Mikey Chase underneath. His shot no good, off the rim, and rebound cleared out of there by Meldy. Justin Meldy with the rebound, and Marshalltown now in the front court. Simon Daniel guarding Armani Thomas. This ought to be interesting.
It is. Thomas is such a good athlete. It's fun to watch.
Especially off the ball. And they'll defend each other, too. Dowling by 1, 5.5 minutes remaining.
Simon
second
Daniel
quarter.
doing a good job of denying him the ball.
Borgos guarded by
illegal screen, 22.
Riggs. Yep, we got an illegal screen on Marshalltown. That'll be on Meldy. Substitutions now.
First time to see Jalen Moses tonight.
Yeah, Moses checking in along with Riedel back in the lineup. So for Dowling, it'll be Riggs, Riedel, Simon Daniel, Jalen Moses, and Sam Hughes. And now the ball tipped out of bounds. The Maroons tried to lob it into Riggs. Danny Kern having a conversation with the Marshalltown head coach.
My Southside brother right there.
That corner 3 by Riggs. Good. Right in front of the Marshalltown coach.
Coach Apple had a better chance of guarding him than anybody else. They let the 6'8" guy out there by himself.
Riggs with 5 points here in the first half. Dowling up by 4. 17-13. We're under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Reminder at halftime is on the baseline. A shot in and out, no good by Thomas. Drew the foul, and he'll get 2 free throws.
I'm assuming that's on Sam.
And we'll see what Joe Praher says. It is. And on Simon, his first. Team foul number 6 on Dowling. 18 fouls on Marshalltown. 4:51 remaining, second quarter. And free throws coming for Armani Thomas. And his first free throw is good. That's his first point of the night. Young man who had 15 points, 10 rebounds against Newton last week. Also had 4 assists. You get a double-double, and you lead your team in assists, too.
I like that.
I like this player. Second
You
free
can
throw
see
good.
it, too. And you can see how good he is.
Thomas makes them both. 17-15 Dowling. Maroons on offense. Marshalltown stays man-to-man. Simon Daniel for 3. Top of the key. It's no good. Hits the guy wire, which means it's dead. Not a bounce to Marshalltown.
When Riggsy gets the ball in there and he passes out, we don't have to take that first shot. I mean, that's not probably our best look. I mean, we could work it a little more and see if we could get him inside. They're going to double him, though, and not let him get the ball.
That's where Riggsy likes to relocate, and maybe you get a pass on the perimeter and get right back to him.
Right to him.
Yeah. So Marshalltown with the ball after the Dowling missed shot. And here's Alvarado with it. Over to Thomas. Right side, guarded by Daniel. Dowling stays man-to-man. They have been in it all night. Thomas drives the lane. Pull-up jumper over 2 players. Good.
What a shot.
Strong move by Armani Thomas.
What a shot.
17 all, Dowling and Marshalltown here in the boys contest. You joined us late. The Dowling girls, a huge win tonight,
Now,
85 to 11.
Right. Now they're in zone.
And now a three-pointer by Riedel, or rather by Dowling's. Sam Hughes is no good. Ball slapped around. Riggs with it, and Moses with the shot. Good. He
Nice
wanted to
job.
duck it.
He did. Said, I just better make it.
Yeah.
That
Moses,
was a nice job by Riggs with a nice pass.
Yep. And Moses, ball slipped out of his hands as it got up there, but he had enough touch on it. It's 19-17.
See, this is where we have to be. I would post Thomas up and see what you can get there.
Dowling by 2. Marshalltown with the basketball. Ball poked out of bounds. It'll be Marshalltown possession as Drake Capello will throw it in, the 6-foot sophomore. Gets it to Armani Thomas. 6-foot junior. He's been around for 2 more years, CIML. Look out.
Yeah, he's fun. He is fun to watch.
Here's Thomas with it, guarded by Daniel. Crossover move. Daniel with the steal. Here's Simon down court, all the way down, takes it to the hole, layup is short. And the putback by Riggs is no good, but he gets it back and puts it through. Timeout, Marshalltown. And how about that? Ryan Riggs following in, and he has 7 points. And we've got a 30-second timeout. Nope, full timeout. We got to take a break here.
We'll take her. Thomas
Steiner
did not foul there either. That was the key. He kept his hands down and said,
right.
I'm not doing it.
He was helpless there. 21-17 is our score. We'll take a break with Dowling in the lead over Marshalltown. 3:13 remaining in the first half. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Kemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Kemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Kemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Kemin, using science to transform the world. Online at kemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, and a whistle and a foul. And Hughes with the foul here. Mark Amadil, Gary Steenblock with 3:11 remaining here in the second quarter. As Sam Hughes picks up the first foul. Free throws coming from Marshalltown. That is Drake Capello with the front end of a 1-and-1. First one is up and good. He now has 4 points. 21-18 is our score. Dowling with the lead over Marshalltown. What do you think, Steiner?
They do a nice job on the free throw line, too. They're making their shots. I think if I'm Marshalltown, I'm extremely happy. 21-19, 3 minutes left.
And Capello makes them both. He has 5 points.
I just think if we get a little bit more patience, we're going to be just fine.
Here's Riedel with it. Matt being guarded by Buell Chul, and Maroons attacking this defense.
Like
Riedel
shot.
for 3, top of the key, no good. Jalen Moses offensive rebound, slips out of his hands, and Chul with the rebound. And Marshalltown with it, trailing by 2. 2.5 minutes remaining in the half.
I like that shot by Riedel. He might have been better to take that to the hole, being in foul trouble there.
All right, here's Thomas with it, working against Daniel. Fadeaway jumper, good in the lane.
Simon Daniels played perfect defense there. There's nothing you can do about that.
He just made a tough shot in the lane. Dowling with the shot. It's no good. Follow-up shot by Riggs, no good. Tip by Riggs, no good. Into the hands of Daniel. Maroons will get a third opportunity here. Tied at 21. We approach the 2-minute mark. Daniel now loses the ball, and it's stolen away by Thomas. Oh, my goodness. The other way we go, Marshalltown with the ball. And now stolen away by Riedel on the Thomas pass.
Not a good pass there by
There's
Thomas.
Dowling in the lane. Riedel takes the hole, and they're going to call a foul before the shot. And they'll whistle it on Capello, and that'll be his first. Fast and furious here, Steen. Minute 54 remaining in the half. 21 all, Dowling and Marshalltown. I love this game.
First questionable play that Thomas has had. Just got a little too fancy with a pass.
Well, you made a good point before break, as Dowling got the break and Riggs fouled. Thomas laid off. That would have been his third foul if he would have contested that rebound.
And that's important. I mean, if he gets 3 fouls here, I don't even know if you can start him in the second half. I mean, you have to get minutes for him. That's without him on the floor, it's difficult.
Free throw good by Riedel. Matt tonight has 6 points.
We missed 4 bunnies on that last possession, too. That doesn't help.
No, second free throw good. Riedel 5 for 5 at the free throw line, has 7 points here in the first half. 23-21, Dowling by 2, minute 50 remaining, and Marshalltown in the front court. Grant Griesel back in.
I like the fact that we didn't zone press there. Simon's going to follow Thomas all over the floor. What a great matchup.
Meldy in there, gets over to Borgos. Get it to Capello, right side to Meldy. Guarded by Jalen Moses. Moses with the deflection, and now we've got traveling. Good job by Jalen Moses. Deflected the pass and forced to travel.
Marshalltown, I don't think is they really don't know what to do with that kind of length, having Jalen and Riggs in at the same time. I mean, that's a wingspan there.
Yeah. Jalen Moses, 6'9", senior, the transfer from Cedar Rapids Xavier. Played 23 games with them last year and battled injury. And now a shot in the lane by Riedel, no good.
Another bunny.
And the rebound comes out to Marshalltown, and Justin Meldy. The other way we go, pull-up jumper, no good by Thomas. He won't miss too many of those.
Nobody guarded him. I think that's what the problem. He didn't know what to do.
Nobody lined up. Rebound Dowling, minute to play here in the first half. Our halftime guest will be Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls basketball coach, with the win tonight. 85-11 over Marshalltown. Here's Dowling with the ball, and a shot by Riggs inside the three-point line. No good.
Got to follow.
Rebound comes out to the Bobcats. Will they hold for one here, Steen, like the end of the first quarter?
I do believe they're going to.
Possession arrow favors Dowling. 40 seconds remaining. We'll see how long this lasts.
I would pressure everybody, especially him.
Oh, near steal by Daniel. Simon trying to gauge when Thomas is going to get the pass, and Armani tracks it down. 30 seconds remaining in the half. So it's Armani Thomas, Grant Griesel, Drake Capello, Isaiah Borgos. And they just spread the floor. Dowling 11.
I'd go attack him now and get the ball out of his hand.
There's Thomas with it, guarded by Simon Daniel.
5 second. 5 second call.
It is. 5 second call. You called it there, Steiner. Good job by Simon Daniel. He was all over Thomas, and that forced the 5 second call. Now offense defense here for Dowling.
I can't believe he's not getting Thomas out of the game. There, Coach Apple's going, yeah, I better.
Yeah, well, his assistant coach.
Yeah, he got him out of the game.
Ryan O'Neill and Mark Hauser will make sure that happens. Dowling will inbound the ball with Sam Hughes in the lineup. Also in there, Mikey Chase, Ryan Riggs, Simon Daniel, and Matt Riedel, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. 8.2 seconds remaining. Dowling by 2 here in the final 8 seconds of the first half. Here's Chase with it. Dribble handoff to Riedel. Matt with it. Spins in the lane. Puts up a shot. Up. Good! Matt Riedel at the buzzer. And he has 9 first-half points. And Dowling now with the lead here at halftime, 25-21. How about that execution, Steiner?
Very nice. Riedel with that's who I would have worked with him, and then have my 2 bigs follow him in. But they did that on the defensive end to get that. That's the getting a five count was great.
Well, it certainly was. And for Dowling, the lead here at halftime, 25-21. And we'll catch up with Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls basketball coach, scheduled to be with us. If not, you and I are going to have to fill some time. But Dowling girls with the big win tonight, 85-11. Yes, 85-11 the final. Dowling girls over Marshalltown. They're now 3-0 in non-division play, and they'll open up their conference game against Southeast Polk on Friday night. We're going to take a break here at halftime. The Dowling boys leading 25-21 over Marshalltown, along with Gary Steenblock. I'm Mark Amadale, and we'll return to the Dowling gym as Coach Meyer has made her presence, and we'll back talk about the Dowling girls game tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, Construction Professionals, for your support of Dowling Catholic Sports 365. Construction Professionals is a family-owned business dedicated to our customers. Whether designing, building, or renovating, we are here to better serve you. Our passion for quality craftsmanship, paired with our dedication to creativity, result in a home that reflects your personality, style, and family function. Construction Professionals. Design, build, renovate. CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours. God bless.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Alongside Gary Steenblock, I'm Mark Amadale. Halftime score of the boys contest, Dowling 25, Marshalltown 21. As Dowling boys get a shot at the bat at the horn by Matt Riedel to take a 4-point lead here at halftime. Joined now by Dowling girls head basketball coach Kristen Meyer following the Dowling girls win over Marshalltown 85-11. And Coach, that's a tough one out there. I mean, if you're in a game like that, you're trying to get everybody in, which you did. You're also trying to get good looks. I know you had a non-conference game before you opened up for Southeast Polk, but just kind of a one-sided game tonight, and this one where you probably had your one hand tied behind your back. It's like, well, I really don't want to do too much, but yet I really want to get something, have our kids get something out of it, and that's kind of the balance being you had a balance tonight.
Yeah, these ones are kind of tough, and Marshalltown's missing a couple girls, and they're in a rebuilding program. So you want to work on a few things, and this year we're really trying to do an up-tempo pressing style of play, and we didn't press at all, but it's that balance of trying to still take layups when you have them, but slow it down enough to run some offense, and and not try to run up the score too much. But we just tried to get out and play. Everyone scored again tonight, which was great to see, and just take this one, move on, get ready for the next one.
Exactly. Now, tonight you didn't have Lexi Bowles, your leading scorer, rebounder, and young lady who leads the team in block shots. You sat her out tonight, and I was there when she told you and me she'll be playing Friday night when number 2 Southeast Polk comes in. So hopefully that'll happen with that soft toe issue, whatever it is on her foot. Hopefully that soft tissue issue, hopefully she'll play.
Yeah, we'll just kind of wait and see. We'll talk to the trainer, see how she's doing, and hopefully she can play like you said. And if not, then others will get opportunities, but we'll just kind of take it one day at a time.
Coach, you had 3 players in double figures tonight, led by Emma Gipple with 15 points. Ella McVeigh and Margaret Tobias, 10 each, and a couple players nearly double figures. Olivia Bailey's averaging almost 10 points a contest coming off the bench in limited play. And Paige Hobbs getting a play in the post. The golfer who came out this year, her senior year, that is awesome. She had 8 points. I've talked nice about her because her dad kind of runs the concessions.
Sure.
He knows when I'm
trying to sneak some free popcorn. Is that what you're sucking up to him?
No, he charges me double. Everybody else gets it for free.
That's fair.
And then if you ask, Amadale, you get charged double. So don't say you know me. But it's good to see all that. A lot of kids participated tonight and got in.
Yeah, I thought all of our girls that came in and played hard and got some good looks. As you mentioned, Paige had a couple really nice baskets. I thought Sarah Moore had some really nice passes to Paige. And all of our girls got to play and just get some experience and, just get after it, get some touches. And so that's always good to see.
It certainly is. Well, Coach, what do you pull from a game like this? It's one-sided. A lot of kids got in. And I know with the limited amount of, we had, 1 or 2 games that you didn't have any JV game, JV 1 or 2, so some of these kids will play in that. But now you got to see your whole team. This is the second game in 3 games that everybody scored, and that's great. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, you look at these early games, to just get some confidence, and everyone get everyone a little bit of experience. And, Friday we're obviously expecting a closer game, so we don't know exactly how deep we'll go on the bench. And so you just learn what you can from these, and it's kind of nice to have a stress-free night where you just get to kind of play free and not as worried about, every single possession mattering or finding all-state players to guard and those things. So it's just kind of a fun night to just get to play.
Free throws. I know I didn't talk about it last time because you batted leadoff, so I didn't get to talk to you after the game. But 16 of 29, I think you were 1 for 5 in the first quarter. A little bit better in the second quarter. You were 6 of 13 at halftime. Is Danner? I'm not going to say. I know Audrey Faber is not the free throw coach because I've seen her play, but that's got to be Danner. Danner has. We got to do something about the free throw coach here at Dowling.
I love shooting free throws myself, but I hate spending time in practice on free throws. You could shoot 5 free throws in the amount of time you could play probably 4 possessions of ball.
Exactly.
And so and we do a little bit, but I truly believe you want to be a good free throw shooter, any type of shooter, you got to put in time on your own. And so that'll be something we'll mention even over Christmas break, but that's got to be a personal challenge to get better at free throws. And as you mentioned, we got a little room for improvement.
So, folks, if you come by Dowling about 5:30 in the morning on a weekday, and it's not the swim team, it's not the wrestlers, might be some young ladies shooting extra free throws.
It might be. Coach Marr will not be here rebounding for them, but if they can sneak in with the swimmers and get into the gym, that would be fantastic.
Just visit with Kristen Meyer, the head girls basketball coach at Dowling, with the win tonight. Dowling 85-11 over Marshalltown. You're 3-0, and now the first of two matchups with the conference teams, a new conference this year.
Yep.
You know, goodbye Ankeny Centennial and Ames. Welcome Valley, Waukee, and the Southeast Polk Rams to the new division, and you're going to face Southeast Polk twice, and this Friday night it's here. You get to host them. Talk about that matchup, Coach.
You know, we're excited. Southeast Polk has a very strong program, and this year I think they're ranked second. They've got some really good players, some Division I players, and their coach, Tracy Daly, does a great job with that team. And so this will be our first test, as you mentioned. And, you know, we played them last year, lost here at home in December, and we're kind of excited just to see what we can do, just to get tested and see who steps up and who figures out some things as we go. And, you know, we like a challenge, so we're all kind of looking forward to it.
And it'll be interesting to see how you deal with your rotation. Sometimes rotation, at least not so much your starters, but your bench comes about matchups. Do I need another couple guards? Do I need to get a little bit bigger in size? And matchups are a big part, but your bench is going to be important Friday night and the rest of the year.
Big time, and actually that's what the coaches and I were just talking about in the coach's office after the game, because it does come down to matchups. And Southeast Polk, they have some offensive-minded players, and we've got some players that still have something to prove defensively, that they can defend and stop people one-on-one. So, as I said, it'll be a good challenge for us, a good test, and, you know, that's why you play the game. You want to play great teams. And so we're looking forward to it. I'm sure a couple girls will step up, a couple will find some things they need to get a little better at, but that's what makes the game fun.
All right, well, Coach, thanks for spending some time with us this evening. Congratulations on the win. And I didn't realize we're going to have the Old Wine reunion with Brian Murphy, the second-year head coach at Marshalltown, and his mom taught you in school. That's just like two Old Wine coaches walking the sidelines here at West Des Moines Dowling Catholic. Who would have thought?
Yeah, it's really neat. I got a chance to talk to Brian before the game, and his older brother was in my grade, and we were good friends. So it's just great to see people from your hometown and doing well. And I think, you know, he's got some rebuilding to do, but I think he's a great guy for the job. And I think in a few years we'll see the Marshalltown girls basketball program
absolutely
really take some strides forward. And I'm excited for him and the community.
I believe that. Thank you, Coach, and best of luck Friday night against Southeast Polk.
All right, thank you very much.
That's Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls basketball coach. We'll take a break and come back. Halftime of the boys game, Dowling 25, Marshalltown 21. Back with the second half in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
For Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Hello, my friends. Father Wade Menezes here of EWTN's Open Line Tuesday, where topics of faith, family, and fellowship are discussed each week, along with my giving general pastoral advice and catechesis. I'm asking you to faithfully support your local Catholic radio station, help give the Catholic faith to others by promoting solid Catholic programming in your local area. I strongly encourage you to become a faithful steward to your local Catholic radio station.
You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, or call 515-223-1150.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale along with Gary Steenblock. Underway here in the second half. And Dowling gets a basket by Matt Riedel and takes a 27-21 lead here. Steen and Marshalltown with the basketball, and they have their first possession going on right now.
Mr. Thomas is being guarded, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think that was the focus. Corner 3 no good by Griesel, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. They'll get Riedel for the foul. That'll be Matt's second foul. First team foul of the second half on Dowling. Bruins lead by 6 as Dowling outscoring Marshalltown 11-8 at the end of the first quarter. and outscoring the Bobcats 14-13 in the second quarter to lead at halftime 25-21.
Not screening out cost Matt Riedel a foul there.
It can happen. Bobcats with it, and this is Borgos, big center, guarded by Dowlings and Sam Hughes.
I'll tell you what,
Simon Daniel.
Oh, unbelievable defensive.
He is all over Thomas.
And he gets help when he needs it.
Riggs just helped him there.
Almost had a steal again.
Yep, here is Borgos for three. Nice. Top of the key, good.
That's like his third three. That's such a great shot by the young man.
That's his second three officially.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. He's got 6 points. 27-24, Dowling by 3. Riggs, left block, triple team, kicks it out to Riedel for 3. It's good, left corner.
Now, I don't know what Marshalltown saw on film, but triple teaming Riggs and leaving Riedel open probably isn't the defensive plan I would have had coming into the game.
14 points for Matt Riedel, leading Dowling, 30-24, Maroons by 6.
Riedel has 2 fouls. I'd be attacking him too, and they're trying to do it right there. They just did. Yep. Reach in.
They got the ball inside to Prince Jala, who Riedel was guarding, and Matt commits the foul, and this will make Coach Michael Connor, the Dowling, decide. They're going to take him out, I believe.
Prince had nowhere to go there. You just can't reach in. You're too valuable to have on one end of the floor to make a silly mistake like that.
Riedel's got to think like Thomas did in the first quarter. Got to pick your spots when you have a high percentage of deflecting the ball or just playing solid defense. Bobcats with it. Here's Prince Jala with it. Here's Capello with it. Backdoor cut underneath. A leaner in the lane. It's no good by Griesel, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling.
Late foul call.
Joe Praher with the foul. The referee tonight, 1 of 3. It'll be on Dowlings. Mikey Chase, his third. Tyler Brady, Danny Kern, and Joe Praher, our 3-man officiating crew. First free throw, good.
Carson Brown checking in
by Griesel. This is the first time we're going to see Carson tonight.
And this is my Carson Brown story. He just needs to relax, just go out there and play. He's athletic. I mean, he's one of the most athletic people on the floor.
Seen him play sophomore ball last year. That was a group. One undefeated.
He just needs to relax and play.
Second free throw, no good by Griesel. Bobcats were 5 of 6 the free throw line. A leaner in the lane, it's good. Nice move that time by Sam Hughes with his 4th point.
Sam had nobody guarding him all the way to the hole.
32-25, Dowling by 7 here in this boys contest. 5 minutes remaining here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Himadale and Gary Steenblock with you on Iowa Catholic Radio. Jeff Piggott is our studio producer. Radio only tonight. We'll be back with the simulcast on Friday as Dowling takes on Southeast Polk. Nice back cut that time by Thomas. Well defended.
Nice help by Carson there. That'll get Carson playing time right there. Just that back screen help.
Thomas takes the lane.
Look at that block by him.
By Simon Daniel. The other way we go. That's right, Steen. Good help. Causes great defensive prowess of Simon Daniel. Six man last year, and he's really stepping up early this year. Maroons take it to the hole. Sam Hughes with it. Kicks it out to Daniel. Ball slapped out of bounds. It'll be Marshalltown basketball. Good hustle by Griesel over there defending Daniel.
Especially good hustle with 2 fouls.
Yeah. All right, Marshalltown with the basketball. They trail by 7. 4:15 mark of the third quarter. If you joined us late, the Dowling girls a big winner tonight, 85-11 over Marshalltown. Dowling girls are undefeated at 3-0, setting up their big matchup this Friday night against number 2 Southeast Polk. We'll have both games here on Iowa Catholic Radio Friday. Marshalltown running their offense, a little flex offense here. Here's Borgos with it, thinks about the 3, won't shoot it over Riggs. Now in the lane, a shot by
another block.
Prince Jala is blocked. The other way we go. Foul on Prince Jala of Marshalltown.
Is that his third or his second?
I'll have to look. Who was the block by?
Grenke.
Gredicke.
Sorry.
All right, third foul on Jala.
That's a big foul there too.
Yeah, Coach Apple of Marshalltown can't have Jala or Thomas in foul trouble, and Capello is their 3rd leading scorer. Runs with it. Here's Sam Hughes.
Sam could have just turned a little.
Gets it over to Carson Brown to Gredicke. Back to Brown. Carson in the lane. Cut off. And leaves it for Hughes. And a timeout called by Dowling. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
That's a great timeout by Coach.
3:26 remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling 32, Marshalltown 25 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Himadale alongside Gary Steenblock tonight for game 2 of our doubleheader. Let's take a look at the scoring for the Maroons, led by Matt Riedel right now with 14 points, leads Dowling. Ryan Riggs with 7 points. 4 points for Sam Hughes. 3 points for Andrew Lynch. And then 2 points each for Jack Gredeke and Jalen Moses. Let's see here. Maroons were 8 of 11 at the free throw line in the first half. For Marshalltown, they're led by Armani Thomas with 6 points. He sat out most of the first half with foul trouble, but had 6 at halftime. Riggs in the lane on the inbounds play. His shot no good. Foul on Marshalltown, and free throws coming. Borgos will pick up his second foul, and team foul number 2 on the Bobcats. Let's run through the scoring here. We mentioned Thomas with 6 points, 5 points for Capeyu, 3 points for Griesel, and 3 points for Jala, and 6 points now for Borgos to lead Marshalltown as the free throw is no good by Riggs.
One of the toughest things about trying to guard Ryan is he's so good with both right and left hand when he's in the paint. But you gotta make free throws.
Missed them both. He's 0 for 3 tonight after going 1 for 1 on Saturday afternoon against Mason City. Mile days changed. 32-25, Dowling by 7.
We put Hughes on Thomas now. Gives Simon a little rest, but he's cheating.
Maroons' largest lead was 8 points in the first quarter. And now have a 7-point lead. And we're at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Mason City, Marshalltown running their motion offense. This is Jala with it in the lane. Cut off. You got both Twin Towers in there. And now Thomas in the lane. His shot is up and good right over Gredeke.
And not a bad, that was a really good defensive segment there and not bad defense at all.
Gredeke came over and helped, and we got an offensive foul on Dowling away from the basket. We're going to get Hughes for the illegal screen. That's his second foul.
See, and that's just not needed. I mean, that's so far away from the ball.
Away from the ball, that's the thing. You're setting up a back cut. 32-27, Dowling by 5. 14 foul on the Maroons. 2 on Marshalltown.
1-2-2 action here.
I like that. 1-2-2, 3-2 zone, whatever you want to call it, Coach. And Simon Daniels at the top of the zone. Carson Brown and Sam Hughes in that second tier. And on the back end, it's the Twin Towers, Gredeke and Riggs.
And that's the nice thing because you have such length on that back side.
Gredeke at 6'10", Riggs at 6'8". And now over Gredeke, a three-pointer by Thomas, no good for the Bobcats. Rebound Dowling.
I like that switch up there. That kind of threw Marshalltown off a little bit. See, now Riggs needed to reset right there.
There's Carson Brown with it, top of the key.
Now get it to
Hughes. Over to Brown.
There
back
you go.
To Riggs
nice
underneath.
Pass.
Got too deep to Gredeke for 3 in the corner. Good!
Nice. What a pass by Riggs, and what a shot.
Jack Gredeke with his 5th point off the bench. The 6'2 senior, or 6'10 senior gives Dowling a 35-27 lead. It equals its largest lead of the first half. Of
nice
8 points.
See, look at the length right there of Jack there.
Long three, no good by Marshalltown. And now Simon Daniel will commit the charge. Simon was kind of going by himself against the Marshalltown defense, 1-on-2, and commits the charge. So that's not good. 5 team fouls on Dowling.
See, he's such a good jump shooter, too. That's just to take the ball, go one step in, and go up and shoot a shot.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Mark Amadale, Gary Steenblock tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio. Corner 3, no good. Riggs with the foul, and we'll have 3 free throws coming for Grant Griesel. So Riggs picks up his first foul, and that is just ill-advised timing there.
That is just a bad foul.
Griesel tonight with 3 points, and he's going to have 3 free throws here. He's already 1 for 2 at the line. First one
after our big 3 down there,
yeah,
we give them 3 on the foul line on a shot that barely made it there.
Also want to thank Mercy One, Kemen, and Construction Professionals for all their support of Iowa Catholic Radio's coverage of Dowling Catholic sports in our 44th year. Andrew Lynch in the Dowling lineup replacing Riggs. Riggs goes out with 1 foul and 7 points. Third free throw is no good. Rebound Dowling. So 5 points now for Griesel.
Some extended playing minutes by Carson Brown.
Simon Daniel for 3. Good from the left corner. How about that, Coach?
we can't say enough about the defense that he's played, and his offensive output in both of these games so far this year is fun to watch.
Hard to believe that Simon Daniels' first 3 points of the night, his defense has overshadowed everything.
Oh, absolutely, and he's spending a lot of time and energy, and it's nice for him to get rewarded.
9-point lead for Dowling, 38-29, 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Marshalltown with the ball. They go right to left towards the south basket. Underneath, that's Thomas posting up. His shot up and good. The basket will count, and Simon Daniel commits his first foul, I believe. It'll be his third foul, I'm sorry. Third foul on Simon, and Armani Thomas with the basket.
See, that's kind of funny because we switched up with 2 fouls. I think I would have kept Sam on with big help coming over the top.
And trying to complete the three-point play, he does. He now has 11 points, does Armani Thomas. And remember, he didn't play a lot of that first half due to foul trouble.
Riedel comes in for the last 35 seconds. That's kind of
offense-defense.
Yep, I think so.
Carson
Brown, some nice minutes.
Yes, he did. 38-32, Dowling by 6. 25 seconds remaining. Andrew Lynch between the circles gets to Riedel.
They're going to hold for 1.
Possession arrow favors Marshalltown, so Lynch find a guard here, and they get it to Daniel. So it's Daniel, Hughes.
See, I would attack Thomas right here.
And Riedel, the 3 guards on the floor.
Andrew's going to be careful there. That's good. That's a good
Gregory.
Switch for them.
There's Riedel down the lane. Layup is good. At the buzzer, second time tonight. A basket by Riedel at the horn, and he has 16 points as we end the third quarter. How about that?
A nice job by Andrew Lynch, only setting a little bit of a screen.
Yeah, a little bit. Not an illegal screen. All right, we'll go to the fourth quarter after this timeout. The score, Dowling 40, Marshalltown 32, along with Gary Steenblock. I'm Mark Amadale from the Dowling Gym, back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, underway here in the fourth quarter with the Maroons leading 40-32 over Marshalltown in this non-division CIML boys contest. Mark Amadale joined by Gary Steenblock tonight. Marshalltown has the first possession of the fourth quarter, Steen.
Got Hughes back on, giving Simon a rest here, which is good. That was close to an illegal screen.
Now, a shot in the lane, no good by the Bobcats. Prince Jala with the miss. Rebound comes out to Riedel. Matt driven down the lane, avoids contact. Layup good. Bodies hit the floor as Borgos tried to draw the charge. And I'll tell you what, Riedel now with his 18th point. Now underneath, Thomas off the glass. Good.
A nice shot.
13 points now for Armani Thomas, the 6-foot junior playmaker for Marshalltown. Now in the corner, Dowling with it. Here's Mikey Chase for 3. It's no good. And Armani Thomas with the rebound, 42-34.
A very good job of not picking up a foul going over the back there.
8-point lead for Dowling as we're at the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Timeouts remaining. Marshalltown has 3. Dowling has 4 timeouts at their disposal. This is Prince Jala, top of the key, left wing. It's up and no good. Rebound, Riedel again.
Probably not a good shot for Marshalltown there. The thing you have to do with Thomas also when you're guarding him is don't try to block his shot. Just stay down because that little pump fake and then that little drop back fade is really good.
Maroons working inside to Lynch, and they're going to wave it off. A foul on the floor before Andrew could turn and reverse pivot.
14.
They're going to get
third.
Grant Griesel with his third.
Nice job by Lynch not forcing that pump fake, worked it back through.
And Riedel will throw it in. It's non-shooting foul. Third team foul on Marshalltown. Underneath to Gregory, and his shot's no good, but Jack will go to the free throw line.
Extended minutes for him tonight, too, and he's done a really good job.
And Thomas picks up his third foul, so Armani helping out with the big guy. Armani Thomas at 6 foot commits the foul against 6'10" Jack Gregory, who hits the first free throw. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One and Kemen. 6:35 remaining, fourth quarter, 43-34. Dowling boys with the lead over Marshalltown. Both teams have played one game this year, Dowling winning against Mason City on Saturday afternoon. Marshalltown losing last Thursday at Newton. Second free throw no good, and we've got foul in the lane on Dowling on Lynch.
Andrew on a blocking for his star. Oh, nope, wrong sport. It was just
It's his third foul, an 8th team foul on Dowling, and now we're going to have free throws. This is a bonus now for Marshalltown. They're in the 1-1. That's the 8th team foul on Dowling. Now the officials are going to get together. Danny Kern visiting with his crew. We're just making sure of the shooter. And now we've got a 1-1 coming. 6:35 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling 43, Marshalltown 34. Free throw is no good by Buell Chol. Rebound Dowling. Maroons in the front court. Daniel with it to Gregory. Jack has got extended minutes tonight. Here's Simon Daniel coming off the ball screen by Lynch.
Had him sealed.
And a whistle and an offensive foul on Lynch. He made his presence known and knocked over a Marshalltown defender. And Lynch will commit his fourth foul, and he'll come out. Riggs back in.
I'd be so nice to him during practice. I wonder how many bruises people have from Lynchy, man. He is one tough kid.
There's a young man, Lynch, who was nicked up during the football season, played on tight end, and, of course, going to the University of Iowa as a preferred walk-on.
It's a good fit for him there, too.
He just goes hard. And now Thomas attacks the glass and draws a reach-in foul. This will be on Chase. No, Riggs, excuse me. Ryan Riggs with his second foul. So 10 team fouls on Dowling, and Marshalltown in the double bonus Steen with 6 minutes remaining in the fourth.
And only 4 fouls on them.
Yeah, different than the first half where Dowling had less fouls. Free throw is no good. You don't see that too often from Thomas. He has 13 points tonight. Second one coming.
Interesting not having anybody for a rebound but one player. Short on that. Ooh, just barely got that to go over the top.
Yes, he did. 1 for 2. Thomas with 14 points. 43-35. Dowling by 8. And in the front court, Maroons have Mikey Chase in there. And now a steal by Marshalltown. And here's Thomas to the glass. His shot up and good. 16 points for Thomas off the Dowling turnover.
6-point game now.
Yeah, 5:45 remaining in the fourth. Dowling by 6 and the basketball. Here's Riggs with it. It's Riggs. Gregory, backdoor cut by Riedel. Layup is up and good. The basket will count. And a foul on Marshalltown by Riedel.
What a game, and what a nice pass by Gregory.
And Thomas with his fourth foul. So Riedel with 20 points tonight. And his free throw is good. Make it 21.
That's a huge basket right there.
46-37, Dowling by 9. 5.5 minutes remaining.
I could see Thomas picking up his 5th on the offensive end. Because he just needs to be so aggressive.
Corner 3 by Griesel is up and good from the left baseline.
With somebody in his face. It's a huge bucket right there for them, too.
He's got 8 points, 46-40, Dowling by 6. Here's Simon Daniel in the front court. In the lane, stops. Jump stops, tries to get it to Riggs, and a steal by Marshalltown. Thomas with the steal. Gets to Griesel. Back out top to Capeu. Over to Jala. And now a timeout called. This will be a full timeout called by head coach Michael Apple. We'll take a break. 4:56 remaining. Fourth quarter. It's Dowling 46, Marshalltown 40 on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Kemen, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Kemen is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Kemen strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Kemen, using science to transform the world. Online at Kemen.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale and Gary Steenblock. And what a finish. 46-40 Dowling, and now they get the ball to Thomas. Pull-up jumper free throw line, no good. Rebound Dowling. That was a big shot. That was missed.
That's a tough shot. He's so good getting in down low.
There's Riggs with it. Dowling.
See, now Ryan needs to roll right here. Right there, yes.
And he gets it inside. A shot off the glass. Good. The basket will count, and a foul on Marshalltown. And Riggs with an opportunity for an and one.
That's his fourth on 14.
So that'll be on Griesel, his fourth.
That's his second trying to draw a charge underneath the basket.
That's right. He did that early in the game.
Got to be just a little bit further out.
And Riggs hits his first free throw of the night to complete the traditional three-point play. And has 10 points.
This is where we need a stop right here.
Dowling 49, Marshalltown 40. Fourth quarter, 4:20 remaining. Marshalltown with the basketball. They go right to left towards the south basket. Bobcats in their road red uniforms, white numbers, and blue trim. Dowling in their home white uniforms, maroon numbers, and maroon trim. Dowling in man-to-man defense. Marshalltown a back cut and a layup good. Oh, Thomas with the back cut, and he scored with the left hand.
And a nice setup there and a nice pass.
Armani Thomas, 18 points tonight. Perfect. He is 4 for 5 at the free throw line. Back cut by Riedel in the corner to Simon Daniel for three. It's in and out, no good. And Riedel was surprised. He got the rebound and lost it. Rebound, Armani Thomas takes it down court for three. Here is Griesel. It's no good, and a whistle and a loose ball foul on Prince Jala of Marshalltown. That'll be his fourth, and free throws coming for, I believe, Riedel. So that settles things down here. Clock stop with 3:34 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 49-42 Dowling.
I'm curious on that one. You could see Thomas, he's tired. He's got his hands on his knees.
Yeah, see that now.
When you're coming down and it's a 7-point game and he passed up. He hasn't done that earlier in the game. He's tired.
Gregory comes in and Mikey Chase checks out.
Gregory's had great minutes tonight. I mean, he's
well
on the defensive end, rebounding, scoring, all of it.
Riedel's first free throw is good. Second one in and out, no good. He has got 22 points. We got a jump ball called. It'll be Dowling possession.
Wow.
Maroons will run their inbounds play underneath. Let's see what Coach O'Connor calls. Play number 2.
That's a mistake there by Marshalltown, not screening out on the free throw.
They're going to put Gregory on the left block, and they inbound it to Riggs for three, and it's a no good, and a rebound Marshalltown. Jala with the rebound, brings it down court.
At 3 minutes on the...
Now we've got a timeout called by Marshalltown and head coach Michael Apple, and we got a 30 or a minute. Stay tuned here. And 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 3:23 remaining, fourth quarter. Dowling by 8, 50-42. Mark Amadale along with the Steam, Gary Steenblock here in Iowa Catholic Radio. Thanks for sitting in on Saturday afternoon. I know I took away from your college football watching, but
it was okay. Snowy weather day.
Yes, it was.
A nice evening tonight.
And the Maroons finish out before Christmas getting, the girls got 3 games in, plus their conference openers Friday. And a game we'll have on Iowa Catholic Radio and simulcasting with CISN.TV. Dowling hosting Southeast Polk. The first of 2 meetings this year during the regular season because they're both in the same conference. We'll have both games beginning at 5 o'clock. And, Steam, this is the tune-up match on the boys' side for it. Dowling boys get 2 games before their first conference opener.
It's nice. You had an 8-point lead, 3:33, and we shoot a 3 right out of there. I probably would have tried to run a little bit of clock off.
Well, Coach had a set play called for
that little three-pointer there. Went in and out. I mean, it went as far down as it could go without going in.
Right. He had Gregory on the left block. ball was thrown in on right underneath the left block, and then they had Riggs in the left baseline. So you had two bigs, 6'8" and 6'10" for Dowling, and nobody guarded Riggs, and it was a set shot three, and he hit one earlier.
He did.
And this one just rolled out. But, yeah, you want to run some clock. And Marshalltown is now with 17 fouls. Dowling has 10, so every foul we're going to have free throws.
Little 1-2-2 here out of the break.
And Marshalltown with the ball, Capello with it.
You just got to know, that's the one guy you got to know. Where's Thomas at, and you're fine.
And look who's guarding him. Simon Daniel. He has the whole night. He's got 3 fouls. Runs in that 3-2 or 1-2-2 zone. Now a corner. Here's Capello for 3. It's good.
And that's the only problem. I mean, that's a good shot for them. He had time, and they're all good shooters if they have time.
50-45, Marshalltown by 5. Dowling in the front court. Here's Sam Hughes with it. Picks up his dribble with the left elbow. Looking for a cutter. Gets to Simon Daniel, and it's a timeout. Dowling, Michael Connor, wants a full. We'll take one ourselves. 2:45 remaining in the fourth. Dowling 50, Marshalltown 45 here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, Construction Professionals, for your support of Dowling Catholic Sports 365. Construction Professionals is a family-owned business dedicated to our customers. Whether designing, building, or renovating, we are here to better serve you. Our passion for quality craftsmanship, paired with our dedication to creativity, result in a home that reflects your personality, style, and family function. Construction Professionals. Design, build, renovate. CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours. God bless.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym alongside Gary Steenblock, Mark Ambadell. Here's a steal by Marshalltown. Dowling up by 5, and a shot by Thomas is no good. The Maroons get the rebound. Riggs with a huge rebound there, Gary.
It was a huge rebound and a huge defensive play.
Now here's Simon Daniel underneath the Gregory. Layup good. Good pass by Simon Daniel.
And another great play by Gregory. Attacking the hoop.
With his 6th point in the second half. He's got 8 tonight off the bench for Dowling. We got an illegal screen on Borgos for Marshalltown. And on Isaiah, that'll be his 3rd foul. It's a player control foul, no free throws. 18th foul on Marshalltown. 2:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dowling already at the 10-foul limit, so 2 free throws for Marshalltown on every Dowling foul. Here's Riggs, right block, guarded by Borgos. Gets it to Hughes in the lane. Backdoor cut to Gregory. His pass is tipped away and picked off by Thomas. Armani in the front court.
That's a tough pass to handle, but it was the right idea.
And if you're that deep in the lane, or in the lane, you need to shoot it. And he tried to pass to Gregory. Here's Thomas, guarded by Daniel. Back to Jala. In the corner it goes to Capello. Now a cutter to Thomas. Over to Capello for 3. Good. He's hit a pair of threes here back-to-back.
4-point game.
Drake Capello with his 11th point. And it's 52-48, Dowling by 4. Minute 20 remaining. Here's Riggs in the lane. A nice little floater. Good. Basket will count and a foul on Isaiah Borgos. That'll be his 4th. Free throws coming for Riggs and a chance for an and one here.
Okay. That play right there, Ryan coming strong because he can go either hand. He is so talented. And he went strong to the hole. That is such a great play.
12 points now for Riggs. He'll have an opportunity for an and one here. And the free throw too strong, no good. Riedel fighting for the rebound and got it. Picked it up, dribbles it out of it. Underneath the Riggs, and he'll flush it through. Riedel with the steal
hustle play
and the assist, and Riggs with the jam. He's got 14 points tonight.
And we took it from a 4 to an 8.
56-48, 1 minute remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with the lead over Marshalltown. Riedel with the near steal. Bobcats have it. Here's Griesel to Borgos, playing with 4 fouls. Coach Apple says, hey, we got to get a cutter in there so we can set up our 3. Now they get it to Thomas. He's beyond the 3-point arc. Trying to do a step back three. No, takes to the hole. Cut off. Back to Jala for three. It's no good, and we got a whistle and a foul on Gregory. So Jack will pick up his first foul.
There's the thing on defense, Mark, that when there's no pure three-point shooter on this group, you don't have to close out that far.
First of three free throws coming for Prince Jala. Prince is a 6'1 sophomore. Has 3 points tonight. This is the first. So he's 1 for 3 at the line. Second free throw coming.
The problem Marshalltown has, too, is their next foul is not we're going to be in the bonus. We're going to get 2 shots, so that's difficult.
Yeah, both teams have double bonus. Substitutions now. Ivan Alvarado checking in.
Go offense for defense.
For Marshalltown, yep. And Justin Meldy will check in for Prince Jala.
Because I think the whole starting lineup at least has 3.
Yeah, and it's good. So Jala makes 1 for 3 at the free throw line. He has 4 points. 56-49 Dowling.
I would set a screen and go deep.
37 seconds remaining. Full court pressure by Marshalltown. Gregory gets it in. Gets it into Riedel, and he throws it away. Marshalltown the other way. With the ball is George. White Jor in there, and Gregory steals it. Back to Riedel, and I got to foul him, and they do. As Capeyu with his second foul, and Riedel will go to the line, and we're both. I think this will be the double bonus, right?
The last 20 seconds, probably not in either one of Coach's playbooks of really good basketball there. But a lot of hustle being played.
Absolutely. So Riedel will shoot 2. He has 22 points tonight to lead Dowling. Ryan Riggs with 14 points. Those 2 in double figures. First free throw by Matt is up and good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Reminder, other games going on in the CIML tonight include Newton at Ankeny Centennial. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Ankeny is at Pella. Mesa City at Fort Dodge. And Ottumwa is at Grinnell. That's a boys-only game.
Newton gets some games in against competition. I like that.
Well, they are. Second free throw by Riedel is good. He's got 23 points to lead the Maroons. 58-49
I wouldn't let Thomas touch the ball.
20 seconds remaining underneath. A shot block. Borgos gets in there and blocked by Riggs.
Might be the best thing that Ryan on closing block shots from the backside. He's so long.
Got a timeout on the floor, and I think OC wants it here, so it'll be Dowling timeout with 18 seconds remaining. And it'll be a full timeout. We'll take a break. Dowling 58, Marshalltown 49 with 18.6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym as a foul called on Marshalltown. The Maroons inbound the ball with 11.4 seconds remaining. Dowling leading 58-49. And let's see, who'd they get the foul on? I think it was on Griesel, and he fouled out. He'll foul out with 11 points. Or check that, I'm sorry. It is not. It is on Borgos. He'll foul out with 6 points, a pair of three-pointers.
Big three-pointers for them to keep them in the game. A huge, I mean, just having Jack on the line there trying to throw over him at 6'10" and another 3 feet of arms.
Second
made it difficult, got a steal there.
So Hughes makes them both. Sam Hughes now with 6 points. Pair of field goals and free throws. Pull-up jumper by Thomas is no good. 3 seconds remaining and a whistle and a foul. Or check that jump ball with Gregory. So Dowling will inbound the ball with 3.3 seconds remaining, leading by 11. This might be their biggest lead of the game.
I think it is.
Greasel inbounds it, a long three up, and no good by Capeyu, and that'll do it. Dowling wins it 60-49 over Marshalltown, so they get the sweep tonight in this girls and boys non-division doubleheader. As the Dowling boys go to 2-0 in non-division play of the CIML with the win tonight, 60-49 over Marshalltown. Dowling girls winning game 1, 85-11. Mark Amadale, Gary Steenblock here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And Steiner is start tabulating the scoring. We'll go to our postgame show here in a moment. But your thoughts on this game? You know, Dowling had the halftime lead, 25-21 on a nice end of half basket by Riedel. We saw that happen at the end of the third quarter, I believe, too. So some execution and half-court offense for Dowling, but the Maroons kind of up and down. I don't think they attained their 24 turnovers they had against Mason City. I think that number got lowered.
I think it did get lowered, and I think you always look at Riedel and you go, okay, that was a great game. I got to tell you, Gregory and his off-the-bench play with foul trouble, but Simon Daniels and his defensive and offensive performance both, and just his floor game against a very tough opponent in Thomas, I think he would get my MVP of the game, but it's just I liked how he played. So it was very, very interesting. Ryan Riggs was big. We talked about it in pregame. Our height had to, if we were going to win this game, our height had a lot to do with it, and it did. I mean, we out-rebounded. We just scored big buckets, a lot of and-one buckets. Their three-point shooting kept them in the game.
Yes, it did. They knocked, 3 in the fourth quarter, and I think they had 4 in the second half. And a couple in the first half. So, 6-7 three-pointers.
They just got them at really good times, too. When we were starting to push a lead out. They got down to, 5-7 a couple of times. It was a team. It's a team game. And our guys are playing so well together.
And how, I looked at the rotations when OC comes out with them, and we'll visit a little bit. He starts Mikey Chase and Sam Hughes, but he brings in two bigs, Lynch and Gregory, and that's not any of those. Those two are not guards,
right?
But yet he'll take out a Mikey Chase or a Sam Hughes. So now you got Gregory and his wingspan at 6'10", coming in, and he's playing that wing, post, wherever you need him. And boy, is that an interesting matchup. You got two guards. Now you've got two big post players.
Right, and you have Simon Daniel and Matt Riedel, who are not, 6'2", 6'4".
Yep.
And both can handle the ball. Both can play point.
I guess my point is it's matchup problems right away when they come
Absolutely.
in. And I think Gregory's played himself into a rotation here at Dowling.
I absolutely think he has. And the great thing for Dowling is the first thing teams think they have to do is they can't allow Riggs to go one-on-one with people. So they double and triple. These guys just need to hit shots, drive to the basket, but they have to drive to the basket under control. In the first half, we drove and made some turnovers because we just weren't under control. We controlled the tempo of our drive in and our drop passes down to get easy buckets, and ones was a huge turning point in the second half.
Well, Dowling outscores Marshalltown 20-17 in the fourth quarter. And the Maroons win it 60-49. That was their largest lead of the game at 11 points. So it came at the end. We'll take a break and go to our postgame show. Mark Amadale, Gary Steenblock. Final in the boys contest, Dowling 60, Marshalltown 49. Girls game won by Dowling 85-11 over Marshalltown. We'll be back with the boys postgame show after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Gary Steenblock. Final score tonight in the boys contest. Dowling 60, Marshalltown 49. Dowling boys improved their record to 2-0. And they're now 11-1 against Marshalltown in the series, dating back the last 10 years. As Maroons now with a win on Saturday afternoon, 66-30 over Mason City here at the Dowling Gym. And tonight a winner 60-49. And the Marshalltown Bobcats fall to 0-2 as they lost last Thursday to Newton 53-48, and Dowling with the win tonight 60-49. And Stina, we were talking about what were we talking about during the break? How the Maroons kind of put it together. They were up by 4 at halftime. I thought they really got some good execution from their half-court sets when they needed it. End of quarter, they scored twice. Riedel with some baskets at the end of a quarter or half. And out-of-bounds plays. I like those set plays. I know we had the 3 by Riggs in the corner, but he was unguarded. And I know you're trying to run clock, but that was a great shot by Ryan. He just couldn't knock it down.
It is, and the middle of the lane's open. We don't post our guys until late. And so it's open. Riedel took advantage of that, took the ball. Gregory took the ball to the hole. I do have to give a shout-out. Some really important minutes tonight, and on the floor for longer than he had. Carson Brown came in and gave them minutes when we had a little bit of foul trouble. Came in, played hard, ran up, and I said going in. As soon as he came in, just go out there and use your athletic ability, run up down the floor and get in people's faces. And he did. And important minutes that could lead to more important minutes as we go. I mean, these are great games, non-divisional games to see what you have. And what they have is easily a 7-8 man rotation, and I think they can go 10 if they needed to. They can go 10 defensively. I don't know 10 offensively, but they can go 10 defensively, though.
That's a good point. And Dowling's next game is this Friday night. It'll be part of a second game of a girl-boy doubleheader, which starts at 5 o'clock. So Dowling boys will probably tip off around 6:30. So we do have a few 5 o'clock starts in doubleheaders this year in the CIML. Dowling's involved with 5 of those, and one of them is this Friday. So keep that in mind. But
I know how good the girls are. How good are the boys?
The boys knocked off Dowling last year before they made their run to state. They just coming off. I think they had won. Dowling boys had won 3 in a row, and I got this in my notes. But Southeast Polk came here and knocked them off. Kind of a shock. It's like, oh my goodness!
Right, and
took the air out of our sails.
The Southeast Polk girls coach is so good.
Tracy Daly.
They've had some different coaches on the boys' side. I'm hoping that they get that settled since I am a Southeast Polk alum. So you like to see that, even though all my boys came here. You want to have. We had some really good basketball teams at Southeast Polk on the boys' side.
Oh, so. Yeah. And the guy that led him to all that, BJ Windhorse over at Valley now. But, no, they have a tremendous program, and they got the Atlantic coach come over, and this will be his 3rd year there. It should be a good matchup on the boys' side. We have a great doubleheader. Unfortunately, two passes per kid, so if you dress 15, it means you get 30 passes to get in. So Southeast Polk and Dowling will have 60 fans.
And Mark, I really with everything that's going on, I really don't see that changing. I don't see the state
amending the rule that is in place.
Yeah, and Wells Fargo, I don't see them opening that up to very many people either until
like the boys' state basketball tournament last year. Each kid got two passes, and that's who ended up watching the 3A and 4A title games that Friday night, if you remember.
Right.
And yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult. One thing I wanted to ask you before we left, talked a little bit about it. Trying in sports, adding a 5A to the state of Iowa in sports. I thought we talked to Tom a little bit, and he's just like, we're in a different boat being a private school, but it's going to be really interesting to see with 2 Waukees, 2 Ankeneys, what's Valley do? If they keep growing, they're not going to grow.
No,
everything's growing that way.
And Ankeny will have a third high school in about 10, 15 years.
I totally agree with you. And
they've already got the property.
And it's really going to change. And a lot of that is if you're going on students, that brings a lot of those Des Moines schools who don't need to go to 5A.
Right. And folks don't know, today Iowa Football Coach Association proposed having a fifth class, a Class 5A. And the reason for that is they're going to have 2 8-player schools,
right.
2 divisions of 8-player, which they need because a lot of the smaller schools are not consolidating. They're staying like Murray. That's one of my coaches down there.
Right.
They will not merge with Clark of Osceola or the next school to the west, East Union of Afton. They will not merge, so they're by themselves. So we have a lot of schools like that in Iowa that are small, and they play 8-player. Well, 8-player is just so saturated with teams, so now they're going to make 2 divisions for 8-player and have 5 classes. Now, I don't know if that's going to be in all classes, all sports,
right,
but I think it's going to be football only.
I think it's going to be football only, too.
So,
and that would make sense. It's just interesting to see. It's just interesting times out there,
The CIML is going to grow. You mentioned Waukee Northwest will be in play this coming fall, okay? Ankeny will have a third high school by 2035 unless things change. They may push it back. They have the land and everything for the high school. They'll build the middle school and elementaries. That's all going. But the CIML, Mason City wants to break off. They were going to get in the Northeast Iowa Conference with Decorah and Charles City and some of that, and they were denied. So they're kind of still in the CIML, but they want to leave.
Right. Mason City, Marshalltown.
Marshalltown, I think, wants to stay. So does Fort Dodge. So a lot of you may see a Norwalk or somebody move up to 4A because they're getting too big for their conference,
right.
And that could happen. So
Dallas Center
Grimes, another candidate, Dallas Center Grimes, Norwalk, Western Dubuque, they've been at 4A. Lewis Central, they go to 4A and then they drop down to 3A. They're right on the crisp of, either or. So we're going to see a lot of that.
Interesting stuff in high school sports. And if it's for numbers and safety, I think it's a really good thing. And
absolutely.
So, I'm all for that. If it was just for kind of trying to get around something to get somewhere, but it was just interesting. Coach Wilson just said, I'm part of it. I'm listening. We're talking, but I don't have an answer. And so,
yeah, and it's all being discussed right now. There's just proposals.
Absolutely.
Proposals are just that. All right, let's run down because we're going to start tearing down our equipment, and I know the folks at the other webcast and radio want to get out of here. So, Steiner, I'll go over the scoring in the contest. We'll start with Marshalltown. The record falls to 0-2 on the season with the loss tonight. Dowling Catholic 60, Marshalltown 49, the final in the boys contest. Bobcats led by Armani Thomas with 18 points. Grant Griesel and Drake Capellu with 11 points each. 6 points for Isaiah Borgos, who fouled out with 11 seconds remaining, and 4 points for Prince Jala. Bobcats win 11 of 18 from the free throw line. For
I would pay to see Thomas play. He's really good.
We're going to have an opportunity to watch him quite a bit. And we're talking about Armani Thomas, 6-foot junior, 18 points leading Marshalltown. He's got a year and a half left.
Yep.
And hopefully they'll get more games added to their schedule this year. For Dowling, the Maroons were led in double figures by 2 players, led by Matt Riedel with 23 points, Ryan Riggs with 14 points, Jack Gredicke off the bench with 8 points for Dowling Catholic, 6 points for Sam Hughes, 3 points for Andrew Lynch off the bench, Jalen Moses with 2 points for the Maroons, and Mikey Chase did not score in the starting role for Dowling. The Maroons went 16 of 24 at the free throw line. Dowling led 11-8 at the end of the first quarter, outscored Marshalltown 14-13 in the second quarter. Dowling with a 4-point lead at halftime, thanks to a Matt Riedel basket at the buzzer. And then the Maroons in the third quarter outscored Marshalltown 15-11, thanks to a basket at the buzzer at the end of the quarter by Matt Riedel. And Maroons outscore Marshalltown in the fourth quarter 20-17 to win it 60-49, Steiner. And that'll wrap up our broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio. My friend, thank you for sitting in.
You're
I know
welcome.
You're so tied in with Dowling, even though you've graduated 2 boys. You're always welcome here. And I'm amazed because Wilson and those guys still talk to you.
I know it. Isn't that amazing?
I always thought when they leave here, you're a disgruntled parent. Woulda, coulda, all that. And here you come in here, you're welcome with open arms.
I don't have a disgruntled in me.
I know that. Steen, thanks for joining us. And
thank you.
We'll talk to you next year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to your family. Because I know Swayman will make his first appearance on Friday. So I'll see you next year.
You betcha, buddy. Thank you very much.
All right. Gary Steenblock, my guest here, and my co-host, cohort tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. That'll wrap up our broadcast tonight. Thanks for tuning in to Iowa Catholic Radio's coverage of Dowling Catholic basketball, girls and boys basketball tonight. What a game we had. The girls game won by Dowling 85-11. The Dowling girls go to 3-0, and they open up conference play on Friday night against number 2 Southeast Polk. Dowling boys go to 2-0 with the win tonight, 60-49 over Marshalltown. I want to thank Athletic Director Tom Wilson, all the folks at Dowling. Athletic Secretary Colleen Webb, Michael Connor in the Dowling Catholic Athletic Office. Our thanks also to our studio producer Jeff Piggott, and thanks to our business underwriters, supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, as they support our broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities for 44 years. I'd also like to thank the Marshalltown administration, Ryan Isgrigg, their athletic director, head coach Brian Murphy of the Marshalltown girls, and Michael Apple of the Marshalltown boys. Our thanks to Kristen Meyer and Michael Connor, the Dowling girls and boys coaches here. Our next broadcast will be this Friday night, December 18th, Southeast Polk at Dowling in a girls and boys doubleheader. Pre-game at 4:45. The girls game will tip off at 5. The boys will follow at 6:30. So join us for the broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll be simulcasting again with CISN.TV. So join us Friday right here at the Dowling Gym. Again, the final score tonight, Dowling in a doubleheader sweep. The girls 85-11 over Marshalltown. The Dowling boys 60-49. For my broadcast partners, Steve DeVinny and Gary Steenblock, I'm Mark Amadale. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM, 88.5 and 94.5 FM. And once again, for our studio producer, Jeff Piggott, this is Mark Amadale thanking you for tuning in to high school basketball here on Iowa Catholic Radio. From the Dowling Gym, have a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School basketball is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Kemen, and Mercy One. Thank you for supporting the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.